everyone, and welcome once again. Welcome to the Vision 2025 goal setting, clarity, and of course, personal development for the new year. I am excited to have you all here. And of course, as we prepare to step into 2025 with intention and purpose. Everyone here is ready to step into the year 2025, few days from now, with intention and, of course, with a clear purpose and vision for the new year. Now, today's session is designed to inspire you. It is also designed to equip you, and, of course, with the tools and all the necessary tools that you will be needing to set meaningful goals, gain clarity on your priorities, and also to elevate your personal, professional, and even your career growth. Now, whether you are a job seeker here, or you are an entrepreneur, or you are a career professional, this webinar is definitely for you. Now, you must be ready to learn, to engage, and of course, to leave this webinar empowered. This is the whole essence. We are all hungry people. We are all shameless learners, and we are here because we want to take away something from this webinar that will empower us and position us for a fulfilling and a productive year ahead. Thank you so much. Like I said, my name is Blessing Agre, and I'm going to be your host. And of course, I have my co-host tonight. Her name is Ogochukwu, but she's not here right now. She'll be joining us just very shortly. So part of the agenda of tonight, because if we do not have an agenda, we'll just be going like people who do not have direction. So we have an agenda for tonight. And first of all, on our agenda is to have an opening prayer, because the truth is you are not anything in your career, in your profession, in your business. You are not anything if you do not recognize the place of the Almighty God. God is the one who has made it possible for us to be alive today. Today was Sunday. When I got to church today, we had a lot of testimonies. People gave testimonies of, being alive, seeing from the year January to December. And of course, it's a good thing for us to give thanks to the Almighty God, because behind all of our professional certification, behind all the glamour, behind everything, it has been Him who has given us the strength. It has been Him who has given us the enablement to be whatever you are today. You were able to gain that certification. You were able to grow. You were able to get a promotion. You were able to step from one level to another in the year 2024 because God made it possible. So please, I would want someone to volunteer to just, have the opening prayer for us briefly, and then we get started. Thank you. Anyone volunteer, unmute yourself. And of course, you can also turn on your video so that we can see your beautiful face while you lead us on the opening prayer. Thank you. Few seconds, please. Anyone? Berry Pell, I'd like you to mute for us if you're not talking.
All right.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Yes, please go ahead.
I might not be able to on my camera, but can I just go ahead to pray?
It's fine, no problem. Yes, please.
All right. Father, we give you praise. Thank you for the opportunity to learn again. We recognize the fact that you are God in our lives, in our career, in our businesses, and everything we have laid our hands on. The Bible says in the book of Matthew chapter 6, verse 33, it says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and every other thing shall be added." Father, we give you praise because this is just you working in our lives from January to December of 2024. And we are just certain that from January 2025 down to December 2025, we are seeing your hands in our life. Thank you, because this is another opportunity for us to gather together to learn again. Lord, whatsoever we are going to do in this place, come and take permanent control in the name of Jesus. Thank you, because I know you have answered. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you so much, Mr. John Oluwafemi. Thank you so much for having or leading us on the opening prayer. Thank you. So without wasting further ado, we're going to be hitting straight to the session. And this is how the session is going to be. Of course, I've taken my opening speech, and then we're going to be having the co-host who's going to be reading out the profile of our first speaker. Our first speaker is one power woman. Her name is Coach Damilola Oguntade. She's going to be taking us on the first session. You know, she's going to be leading us through prioritizing vision, clarity, and all that we need to know about setting our vision, setting our goals for the year 2025 with clarity. And I tell you, this session is going to be very empowered. In fact, we came here prepared. My energy is so high tonight because I am saying goodbye to anything that is not going to make me focus in the year 2025. 2024 has been a very wonderful year, but I tell you, it can also be better in the year 2025. So we're going to be having Coach Damilola, who is going to be our first speaker. And then after her presentation, we are going to be opening the floor for questions. So we're not going to say, okay, after the end of every session, all the sessions, we'll have questions. No, after the end of each speaker, we're going to be opening the floor for maybe 3-4 questions briefly. Then before we get started, over to the next speaker. We have 3 powerful speakers tonight who are going to be sharing to us from their own wealth of experience, of course, in the industry, in their field. We're going to be having a financial expert who's going to be speaking to us on our finances. We have a personal development expert who's going to be teaching us on how to set our personal development goals for the new year. And of course, we have Coach Damilola, who is going to be teaching us on how to gain clarity and, of course, prioritization for the new year 2025. So, hello, Ogochiku, my co-host. I don't know if you're on the call now. Hi, Ogochiku. If you're on the call, please unmute and respond to this. Hello, Ogochiku. Are you on the call now?
Good afternoon.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon. So quickly, we would want you to help us read out the profile of our first speaker, who's no other person but Coach Damilola Oguntade. Ogochiku, feel free to introduce yourself, and then we'll just get started. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Just 5 few minutes, please.
I'm going to share I'm going to share my slides now so that you can see her profile.
Please, can we tell the berry person to mute her call?
Okay. Berry, please, if you can hear us, kindly mute. Kindly mute. You're distracting us. Okay. Okay, so I want someone to confirm if you're seeing my slides. Can anyone see my
yet.
slides yet? Not yet.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Okay, let me.
Okay, when you are trying to share your slides, I would like to introduce myself briefly. My name is Ogochiku. I'm a businesswoman. I'm also a facility management consultant. So you all are welcome to this wonderful section this evening. And I hope you have your pen, your paper, because I bet you are going to have a good time here. And it's good you have things written down so that you can be able to explore 2025. Welcome everyone and have a good day. So Coach, I can see it now, but
Can you
Okay.
see it now?
Yeah, but it's so fine. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, we are welcoming our first coach by name, Mrs. Damilola Oguntade. Damilola Oguntade is a visionary, purposeful personnel brand growth, LinkedIn growth coach, consultant and training, corporate MC and speaker. Wow, dedicated to empowering professionals and entrepreneurs to gain clarity, confidence, and authority in their field. As a proud member of the folks BLT community and a recognized top voice and LinkedIn, Damilola helps individuals find and amplify their voices to attract opportunity effortlessly. She is fondly called the brand clarity queen. Wow. With a BSc in banking and finance from Covenant University and on an MCE in finance accounting and management from the University of Bradford, UK. Damilola is also a chartered accountant and an analyst, an analyst certified by ACCA and FMVA, and also a certified life coach with nearly a decade of experience in finance and accounting. She is a multi-faceted powerhouse of knowledge and inspiration. Can say that again. As the founder of Elpida Women Grow, a vibrant community of over 200 members, and the visionary behind the Elipad Global Leadership Institute and Crystal Stone Consultancy. Damilola is committed to guiding individuals and companies towards personal development, self-purpose, alignment, and impactful leadership. Her passion for transforming mindset and helping people build bold brands has empowered countless professionals and entrepreneurs. Wow, I have it all. Please, can you? Okay, sorry, thank you so much. Okay, help countless professionals and entrepreneurs to showcase their brilliance. She is sought after speaker on both local and international stages. Wow, Damilola lives on the indelible mark with her impactful presence through her transformative coaching and training programs. She continues to inspire and equip individuals to embrace their uniqueness, amplify their influences, and live lives rich with purpose and abundance. Wow. Okay, can we go down, please?
No,
Okay.
that's all.
Can we?
Okay.
Okay. So please, with a round of applause, what a clapping ovation. Let's welcome this powerful woman. Wow.
Give us a
Wow.
virtual round of applause. Give us a virtual round of applause so that the energy in the room can be higher. Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome, Coach Damilola. You have the floor now. Hi, Coach Damilola. Are you there?
Everybody, good evening. Sorry, I was having a bit of a technical issue there, and I'm very happy to be in your midst this evening. Thank you so much. I'll be sharing my slides in a bit. And thank you, Coach Blessing, for this opportunity. Thank you so much for that wonderful welcome by Ogochi. Thank you so much. Ogochuku, sorry, pardon me for that. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining this amazing workshop. I will call it a workshop because we are going to be delving into a lot of practical things here this evening. So I would indulge I'll crave your indulgence to tell you not to get distracted. If I'm to give a value to this session, I think we're going to be charging nothing less than 100K for this particular session, because we have phenomenal speakers who is going to be taking us in different sessions. Right, so give me a minute, please. I'm trying to share my slides at the moment. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why it's not giving me the option. Okay. Please let me know if you can see my slides.
It's trying to come up, but it's blank. Okay, beautiful. We can see it now.
Is it up now? Okay.
Yes, it is.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, here we go. Please just give me a minute. I am having a bit of technical issue behind the scene here. Okay. All right, it's back. Okay, so I'll be talking about clarity and goal setting. Please pay attention and avoid distractions as much as you can today, please. I hope you can hear me clearly, please.
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
All right. So as they have introduced me, my name is Dami Oguntade, and I'm a purposeful personal brand coach and as well a LinkedIn coach as well. So I'll be taking you on this topic, clarity. And as you read in my, they already read in my profile, they call me the clarity queen, brand clarity queen. So you're going to be getting a lot of clarity about your goals, how to set your goals and what to do and what not to do this evening. So make sure you pay rapt attention. You can get a biro and a pen because you're really going to be needing that as well. So 2025, new year, new goals. And if you know me well, you know I'm all about you being bold because I help people to build bold brands, and also definitely I'm all about building bold goals or setting bold goals as well. Right. So I'm going to be telling you how to be able to set your bold goals for 2025. But before we go to 2025, I want you to take a minute or a second, a few minutes to look back and reflect on your 2024. I remember a few days back, I took a reflection time with my community people, or the Help That Women Grow, and we're reflecting on what 2024 has really been like for each and every person. So I wanted to take a minute back, just take a step back and look back at what 2024 has been like. So you really need to ask yourself, if 2024 has not been so good for you, then this is the time for you to ask yourself some very, very important questions. If you want to replicate your 2024, or you want to make a change for 2025, because as we all know, 2025, there's really nothing special about the year. Is just like every other day. But because the word of God, or the good book, as they always call it, says that teach us to number our days that we might apply our hearts to wisdom. That is why we are taking this time now, because we have decided, or as we have been better to know, to count our days and see that, okay, now we are in the end of the year. This is a very good time for us to pause, press pause, and look back at what 2024 has been like for you. If you don't like what 2024 was like or is like for you, then it is time for you to begin to rewrite something new for your 2025. And something new cannot be rewritten except you become someone new. Please write that down if you can. You cannot write something new, or you cannot see something new for your 2025 except you become someone different or someone new. And that is why we are here today, for you to begin to take new steps, take new decisions, take some very difficult decisions and steps and actions so that you can be able to experience a better year in year 2025. Don't let anybody lie to you. I understand the economy was difficult in 2024, and we are all hoping for a better year in 2025. But ask yourself, what if 2025 is even difficult or more difficult than 2024? We are not praying for that, but what if you are able to set your mind that something is going to be more difficult, you are going to prepare harder for it, so that even when it gets easier, it will give you a smooth running and not get you unstable. If you prepare for something easy and it becomes difficult, then you are not going to have an easy slide in 2025. So I want to ask you this question today. What is that one thing you have achieved in year 2024? Please write that down in your book. If you have one that you have achieved, just one, not more than one, really. You might have achieved 10, 20, but I just want you to reflect back and ask yourself and choose that one thing that really meant a lot for you in 2024. But what if peradventure you are unable to lay your hands on one thing? And I can tell you for a fact, it's because you did not plan your 2024 properly. And that is why you need to now take the time out, pay rapt attention to how you can be able to achieve something better in 2025. Right, so let's move on quickly. So a lot of us are like this person in this picture. Please, can you see it? Please let someone confirm for me if you can see what
I
I'm
can
saying.
see. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, we can.
Yes, a lot of us are like this person. You have so many things you want to do. You have so many weird places that is attracting and calling your attention, but you are not really specific. You don't even know the direction to go to, because if you want to really set a goal, there is a first step you need to take before you can even say you want to set a goal. And that is, where do you want to be? What direction do you want to go? What exactly is your purpose for setting that goal? And that will take me back to the question, what exactly is your purpose? What is your purpose in life? What is your purpose in terms of the goals that you want to achieve as well? And that's, if you want to look at it in terms of your goal, that would be in terms of vision, because purpose is a bigger vision and goal is a bigger purpose is a bigger vision, and vision is like a bigger goal. So if you now want to set goals, you need to ask yourself this salient question: what is your purpose? What drives you on a daily basis? What is that thing that means so much to you that you want to leave your mark here on earth before you depart? You are not created just to sleep, wake up, go to work, and earn a living. No. If that is the reason why you were created, or that is the reason why you think you were created, then you are missing a very, very vital piece in life. Because until you have a purpose, nothing really drives you. And if you don't have a purpose, you will most likely complain like every other person in the world who complain or who loves Fridays and hates Mondays. But if you have something driving you, if you have something that you want to do, a solution you want to solve on the surface of the earth, because how I define purpose is you finding out the gift, the talent, or the skill that is in your hand, and now asking yourself, what is that problem I want to use all of these that I have to solve? And that is I got a message now. I got a bit distracted. Sorry about that. So what is that problem you now want to use all those things in your hand to solve for people? Because those things were not given to you for yourself. It was given to you for people. So if you're able to answer this question, what is that thing that you love to do? What is that thing, that problem you really want to solve on the surface of the earth that you want to be remembered for all the days of your life, even after you leave this earth, then you are going in the right direction. Right. So after you are able to answer that question, then we can be able to now move to goals, because you can now begin to set goals based on this grand question you have been able to answer for yourself. Then you can begin to set goals. But if you set goals without asking this question, you will just be beating around the bush. And that is what I see a lot of people do. They want to be this, they want to be that. Tomorrow they see something else, they are distracted. Next tomorrow they see something else, they are distracted, just like this guy here. But if you're able to answer this question, then you'll be able to know what to say yes to and what to say no to at every point in time of your life, which means that you have a direction. So ask yourself this question. I won't be able to take your answers for now, but you need to ask yourself this question and write it in your book. Right. So the power of clarity is you knowing your purpose, because clarity eliminates confusion and boosts your confidence. There is a kind of confidence knowing your purpose or knowing the direction of your life gives you. It doesn't make you shake even when things are happening wrongly around you, because your mind is so focused on what you want to achieve, and you wake up every day with so much energy wanting to achieve that thing that you want to achieve, because you have a purpose. And just like the quote says, if the purpose of thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. And that is one of the major reasons why a lot of people set goals, but they are unable to achieve those goals at the end of the day, because their goal they never had a great foundation. It did not have a direction. They were just setting goals because every other person was setting goals. So clarity eliminates confusion. You know where you're going to, and you now want to ask yourself, how do I want to get there? So purpose helps you to answer the question, where do I want to go to? Then goal setting helps you to answer the question, how do I want to get there? Then you now begin to take steps one by one by one by one. So vision and clarity are the foundation of purposeful goals. You can't even have a vision without a purpose, and you cannot have a purposeful goal without a vision. So what does clarity mean to you? Does it mean you achieving your goals, or does it mean you knowing your purpose? Maybe that is the first thing you need to do. Not even setting goals yet. You need to know the direction of your life first before you can now begin to set goals. Right, let's move quickly. In this picture, you can see that everything looks blurry. But when you put the glasses, which is the vision, they call glasses vision as well, then it becomes clearer. So what is that blurry vision or that blurry goals that you have? It is because you don't have a vision yet. When you have a vision, when you have a purpose, your goal will definitely be clearer. So what is goal setting? What is goal setting? Can someone please answer that question in the comment section quickly? Or let people just answer those questions. I just want to know what goal setting is to you. What is goal setting to you? Please put it in the chat box quickly. I have a very limited time. I'm trying to rush, and so that we can make the best use of the time. What is goal setting to you? Because I hope you're not here just because, okay, people say goal setting, goal setting, goal setting. So what is goal setting to you, really? Are people answering already? I can't see any response in the chat box. Okay, Joshua says goal setting is like setting a roadmap on what you hope to achieve. Great, that is brilliant, Joshua. Anybody else? All right, Coach Blessing, please. Okay, all right. Please drop your responses so I can know we are all following. If you don't answer the question, it means you are just here and you are not making the best use of your time, because time is our life. So I really want to know that I'm impacting somebody, because I'm actually sharing my life with you. I'm not sharing time. Time is life. So I'm sharing my life with you this evening, as in practically, yes. So please put your response in the chat box quickly. Please don't raise your hand yet. Please just write it in the chat box so that we can move quickly. I just need one more response. Goal setting. Okay, Eloho says goal setting is having a plan for your goals and how to go about it. All right. So let's just move quickly. I just wanted to know, but we are 40 here. I was expecting that so many people are going to, okay. Efemina says goal setting is writing out a plan. All right. Thank you for the responses. God bless. It's writing out a plan on what you want to achieve. It is action. Rufus says it is action points or ways to achieve a particular vision. Right. Yes, I love that. I love that, Victor. Or Rufus, sorry. Okay, so let's just get back quickly to what we are here for today. All right, so goal setting is the process of deciding what you want to achieve and planning how to do it. I already said purpose is like the big picture, the great picture, the great vision. Then vision is like, okay, people say vision 2020, vision something. So vision is like a smaller goal of your purpose. Do you understand? So you can have a vision of 10 years. You can have a vision of 20 years, But if you are talking about goals, then we are talking about 3 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. If it's already getting to 10 years, then that is already becoming a vision, not a goal, because goal is all about, okay, an action plan. What do we want to do? This is what we want to do. How do we need to do it? This is how we are going to do it. So that is what goal setting is about. So thank you all so much for those responses. God bless. Right. So you are made to set smart and awesome goals. smart and awesome goals. And I know a lot of us have heard about smart goals, smart goals, smart goals, and it's sounding like, oh, something that is just being repetitive and not really, really doable or something like that. You understand? But if you want to achieve your goals must be smart and awesome. Awesome means that because you want to improve in a particular area doesn't mean another area should suffer. Do you understand? Just like, okay, because you want to achieve, doesn't mean another area will suffer a little, definitely, because I don't believe in what do they call it now? I forgot the word, a balanced life. There is no way nobody achieves balanced life. You can only be able to move things around, really, because once you are focused on one area, other areas will suffer a bit. But awesome goal means that the other areas should not suffer so much. You must really know how to walk around it. That is why I'm not saying balance it. Walk around it so that it does not suffer. Right. So according to Tony Robbins, setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into visible. That invisible that is in your mind, in your heart, how do you turn it to visible? And that is what we are talking about today. So smart goals means be specific with your goals. Your goals must be measurable, achievable, relevant, and timed. But one way I'm always able to achieve smart goals is by asking myself questions. What do I want to achieve? Do I want to achieve it? Why do I want to achieve it? Why do I want to achieve it? How do I want to achieve it? If you're able to ask yourself these questions, you will most likely already set a smart goal. So because your goals must be specific, who do you need to be able to achieve your goals? What do you need to achieve your goals? Where do you want to achieve it? Why do you want to achieve it? And why do you want to achieve it? Being measurable means that you if you are not specific, it cannot be measurable. If you don't tell yourself that, okay, I want to read a book every month and I want to read 3 chapters every week, and it means that for you to be able to measure it at the end of that 1 week, you would ask yourself that, okay, have I been able to read 3 chapters? Or at the end of the month, you ask yourself, have I been able to read 1 whole book? Do you understand? So if you're not being specific, you will most likely not be able to measure it. You just be flowing as the time or as the spirit leads. You understand? You will just be flowing as the spirit leads, and you would at the end of the day not achieve anything. So it must be achievable. It must be challenging, but not impossible. You can't say that, okay, you are making a sales of 100,000 in your business in a month, on a monthly basis before, and now you want to do 100 million. Please, can someone tell me in the comment section, is that really achievable or not? Really? Is that achievable from 100,000 to 100 million? Just like that, really? I know we have God, nothing is impossible with God, but that is completely out of it, really. If you want to say something is challenging or set a challenging goal, you tell yourself that, okay, I'm making 100,000 before. Now I want to increase it probably to 100% or a 50%. A 50% is definitely achievable. That would be like you want to start making 150,000 sales or 200,000 sales. Then you now begin to ask yourself, how do I achieve it? who are the people that I need to achieve it? What do I need to put in place to achieve it? What things do I need to do to be able to achieve it? What do I need to achieve on a daily basis to be able to achieve my monthly goals? Do you understand? So it also needs to be relevant to your grand purpose, relevant to your vision. You can't say that you want to be an international speaker probably by the end of year 20, or you want your business to go global. Right. Thank you very much, Coach Blessing. I'll round up quickly. Or you want your business to go global in year 2020, let's say year 2025, and you are now setting a goal that does not align with that particular vision for yourself. So it must be closely connected to your objective. And the timing is a completion date must hold. If not, you are leaving it to chance. You would most likely not achieve it. So example of a SMART goal is by January 31st, 2025. Can you see a date? Time, that is the time aspect of your SMART goals. And it will say 50,000 naira. That is being specific with the amount. And because you have been specific, at the end of January, you are able to measure it and ask yourself, have I been able to save 50,000 naira by reducing unnecessary expenses? That is your how. And that is what you need to do, the action you need to take. Do you understand? And tracking my finances, those are the actions you need to take, the how that would help you to achieve that particular goal. Do you understand? So that is how to set a SMART goal. We've seen just on this goal here that is specific, is measurable, it is attainable. Probably it depends on what your salary is on a monthly basis, or what your profit is on a monthly basis, for you to be able to set this kind of goal. So it is also realistic. Realistic would be depending on you as well. And we definitely know it is time bound because you are saying January 31st. So for you to be able to achieve all this, you need to look at the different aspects of your life and set goals accordingly. You don't just set goals abruptly. Basically, there are 6 areas of life, which is the financial, the health, the relationship, personal growth and development, spiritual, and the career. So the questions I'll be asking you, what I'll be asking you to do now is to look back in 2024 and score yourself in terms of all this. 0 being the least, or 1 being the least, and 10 being the highest. So if you still have your book with you, make sure that you write it there. Your financial aspect, how can you rate yourself? Your health, how can you rate yourself? In all of this, how can you rate yourself? So rate yourself. So you now ask yourself, the numbers that have the least rating, that is the area that needs the most attention. That is the area that needs your most attention. And if I would advise, those are the areas you need to concentrate on in your 2025. So you also need to ask yourself, what will you start doing to be able to achieve those goals? And what will you need to stop doing to be able to achieve those goals? And just like I told you, you need a timeline. You need to break your goals down. You might have a yearly goal, but what do you need to be doing on a monthly basis to be able to achieve those goals? What do you need to have achieved by January? What do you need to have achieved by February? What do you need to have achieved by March? I would always advise to work on a 90 days plan or a 90 days timeline, so that every month, at the end of every month, you can look back and ask yourself, have I been able to achieve this? So when everybody is saying happy new month, you need to ask yourself, what is really happy about that month for you in terms of your goals. I'm not saying there is nothing should be happy for you. Definitely, God has been good for you to see the beginning or the end of a month. But you need to ask yourself, in the goals that you have set, what is really happening for you? What is really happy for you in those goals that you have set? You must make sure that you break down your goals to monthly, to weekly, and to daily. To daily. That is what I do. Not only weekly, but to daily. What are the things you need to do? If you need to read 3 chapters in a week, it means that probably you need to read probably maybe 10 pages in a day. So every day, at the end of every day, you are asking yourself, what have I really achieved today? You need to ask yourself that question on a daily basis. So building an action plan, break long-term goals into quarterly. Just like I said, you work with 90 days plan, then break it down to monthly, break it down to weekly, and break it down to daily as well. And I'll be giving you some tools that you can use. If there was time, I would have showed you how to use those tools, but YouTube is there for you to check out how to use those tools. And the tools are, you should definitely have a diary. You can either have an online diary or a physical diary, but a physical diary is usually good when you are doing a retreat. So also Google Calendar. Go and plot in all your goals into your Google Calendar with the different timelines so that Google will be able to ask you or remind you of the things you need to do that you have planned to do. So right away, if you can be doing that right now, that will be brilliant. That will be you taking action immediately and not you just waiting for and probably forget at the end of the day. So you use your Google Calendar, slot in all those goals, use your alarm clock. I have about 10 or how many alarm clocks on a daily basis. Those goals that you have set for daily, put it in your alarm clock. Alarm clock is not only for waking up, it is also to remind you of the things you need to do per time. So probably you have been distracted and you have already started chatting, and once your alarm clock rings, it brings you back to a reminder that, oh, this is the particular thing I'm meant to be doing at this particular hour. And you can use Notion as well. Most project managers use Notion. You can use Notion too for your personal use. Also, your diary. That is also very, very important. Also, your accountability and review. Regular reviews. Make sure that on a monthly basis, just like I said, every time the month is ending, ask yourself, as you are thanking God, be thanking yourself too on how far you have come in terms of your goals. So review to keep you on track. Get an accountability partner, get a coach, get a mentor that can be able to help you to achieve your goals depending on what your goal really is. Take time out this period to properly plan or retreat. Just like I will also be going on a retreat very soon, and in the next few days, I would enjoin you to do the same. It is a time for you to be able to ask yourself some salient questions. And all these things that I'm teaching you is what I will be doing during my retreat as well. So I'm not telling you what I'm not practicing. I did this at the end of last year, stroke the beginning of this year, and I'm enjoining you to do the same as well. Also, overcoming barriers to goal achievement. You just need to find a place. It's not really something big. You just need to find a place that is quiet, away from distraction. You can take a day, 2 days, 3 days. You can take a few hours every day, but make sure that it is free from distraction so that you can concentrate and be able to plan yourself and spend time with God as well. God should be able to tell you what he has in stock for you for the new year. Also, overcoming barriers to goal achievement is procrastination, lack of motivation. Lack of motivation usually comes most likely because you don't have a purpose, you don't have a direction. You understand? Although we are human, we lack motivation at times, but most of the time it is because you don't have a direction. So nothing is really motivating you to do what you want to do. Because if you have a purpose, that purpose would always be a motivational, would always motivate you. Also, fear of failure. As I always say, failure is a part of success. You cannot be able to succeed without failure. Failure is just telling you that you are learning. So you need to just look back and say, okay, what did I fail at? What did I succeed at? Because failure doesn't mean you failed all through. It just means that what you failed out is more than what you succeeded at. So it is time to now ask yourself the salient question so that you don't make the same mistake, because the true failure is when you make the same mistake twice, right? So strategies to overcome: break goals into smaller steps, as I already said, find an accountability partner, get a coach, get this thing, and also celebrate your small wins. Just like this mountain, there is no goal without a mountain before it. But if you take one step at a time, it will get clearer, and you would always get to the end of your goal at the end of the day. So don't make sure that because of a mountain or a little block on your way, you should not stop you should not stop trying to achieve those goals. Do you understand? Right. So visualization for success. I would have taken us through this visualization, but I'm already out of time. But while I'm talking now, I just want you to close your eyes and visualize what you want 2025 to be like. Close your eyes and imagine, what do you want your 2025 to be like? What do you want it to be like? What is that one thing? Just concentrate on one thing, or concentrate on just one thing. What is that one thing you want to achieve in your 2025? What is that one thing you want to achieve in your 2025? It is when you see it in the eyes of your mind, it would always most likely come to pass. So on a daily basis, make sure you close your eyes and visualize, and also do it on a vision board. While you are planning all your goals and everything, look for pictures. Get a board. You know this board that they put used to for announcements. What is the name again? I've forgotten the name of the board. Is it announcement board they call it? I can't remember. But you can get it. You might not even have a board, just the wall of your house. Look for a sellotape or a gum. Get pictures of what you want your 2025 to be like, and the things you want to achieve. Cut out those pictures, print them out, and paste them on your walls. You seeing them on a daily basis would always be a motivation for you. And what you are seeing, you would most likely get there, because when you see an opportunity that looks like it, you will most likely grab it. And the example I always use most of the time is an example of a red car. If I tell you, or I ask you now, on your way to church today, how many red cars did you see? You most likely say none. But if I had told you before, because you are the mind to look out for red cars, most likely you will see even at least one. You will see it on the way because you are looking out for it. That is how it is. If you're able to envision it, if you're able to see it in your mind, once an opportunity comes, you would always see that opportunity. Also, mental rehearsal creates clarity and confidence. On a daily basis, make sure you sit down. Yes, Coach Blessing, I'm already rounding up. This is the closing and takeaways, please. Thank you very much. Right. Make sure you sit down on a daily basis, very early. You wake up early in the morning, probably after you have prayed. Take time out, 5-10 minutes, sit down and visualize your goals. Visualize it. Let your mind be in those goals already, so that it will be easily achievable for you. And this is the closing and takeaways. And I'm sure you've been able to take away a lot from this. And all these things I'm saying, please practicalize it. Please practicalize it. It is so powerful. These are things that I have done myself. I would not teach you what I'm not doing. So closing and takeaways is success comes from clarity, planning, and persistence. Take small, consistent steps every day and ask yourself, what is that one thing you will start doing differently after this session? And I also want to ask you this question: what is that one thing you are going to be taking away and doing immediately, or if you are even already doing from this session, please write it in the comment section while I close out. Finally, a goal without a plan is just a wish. So make sure you plan things out and make sure they are achievable, they are measurable, they are specific, realistic, and also time bound. Call to action: share your goals with someone you trust so that they can hold you accountable for it. Start acting immediately. Download the necessary apps I already told you, either Notion, Google, this thing. There are also other apps that you can use to be able to track your goals and plan your retreats. It's not anything big. Just try to find time out. It might be your home self, your house. You close your door away from distraction and plan your 2025. Pick one goal you will start working on immediately, right away. And my name is Dami Oguntade once again. Connect with me for further guidance or coaching. Search me out on LinkedIn, Dami Oguntade. And as you already know, I'm also a LinkedIn coach. So search me out on LinkedIn if you want to learn more about LinkedIn and brand yourself on LinkedIn. I'm also on Instagram as at Global Dami Oguntade. I also have courses like finding your path if you really want to know your purpose and your know yourself better. You want clarity about who you are and your purpose. I also have a mentoring session, which is the Audacious African Women Network, where I mentor women to be able to find their voice and amplify their voice. And as we wrap up today, remember this one thing, that a new year is like a blank page, ready for you to write your next chapter. How do you want to write that next chapter? And that is the question for you this evening as I go. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Coach Blessing, for having me. And please drop your questions if you have any. I would be happy to answer your question. I love you all. My name again
Thank
is
you.
Dan.
Thank you so much. Please let's drop an emoji. Let's drop the round of applause emoji for our Coach Damilola Oguntade. She has dished out a lot to us. Just because of time constraint, we will not be able to take everything from her, because I know, trust me, if I leave Coach Damilola, we will not leave here today, because you can see that she's so passionate about what she's talking about, because this is her calling. This is something that she has been doing over the years, and I know that definitely you've gotten something take away. Please, we may not be taking questions immediately because we're trying to really go very fast. We still have two more speakers who are going to be speaking, so I'd like you to drop your question. If you have a question on this particular session on clarity and goal setting for the new year, please drop your question with on the chat box, and of course we'll come back to your question. So thank you so much, Coach Damilola Oguntade, for this insightful session on goal setting and clarity. And I know that you've reminded us of the power of having a clear vision, and of course breaking it down into actionable steps using the SMART goal method. Thank you. We appreciate you a lot. So quickly ongoing now, before we call the next speaker, who is not a person but Coach Shegu, I'm going to be calling one powerful mentor, my coach, and of course also my mentor. He has just 10 minutes just to quickly introduce us to his new books, because he's launching his books, which is called the Career Search series. So he's going to be giving us quickly introduction on this new book which he's about to launch. Remember that I said the energy here in this room is just too much. We want you to go with the best. We want you to take away the best, and we want you to get empowered for the new year coming in 2025. So quickly, I'm going to be calling on Dr. Michael Ogu. It's a privilege for us to have Dr. Michael Ogu in our midst tonight, just for very few seconds, very few minutes, and he's going to be running us through the new book, his new book, which he will be launching in January 5th. So thank you so much, Dr. Michael Ogu. You have the floor. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Blessing. Good evening, everyone. Compliments of the season to you all. I was trying to put on my camera, but I think you need to give me permission to put on my camera. Well done to Coach Damilola. I joined like 5 minutes ago, and I was really blessed by the fact that she was talking about clarity. She was talking about visioning and visioning. And visioning is very powerful. When you envision something, it has the ability to call that thing forth. All right. So thank you so much, Dami. Very powerful session. Um, tonight, I just want to share with us what my new books are all about. Like Blessing has said, just a brief about myself. I'm a C-suite HR executive with over 18 years work experience. I've led a lot of organizations through a lot of transformation projects. And at the core of what I do, I help people accelerate their careers. And in the last 10 years, I've played that active role. And what I've done is to document what I've been doing with people one-on-one into my newest series, which is called Career Surge, like Blessing has said. So Career Surge is a trilogy that has volumes 1, 2, 3. Volume 1 talks about the foundational principles, where we talk about the principles of identity, clarity, strategy, personality, intentionality, opportunity, and spirituality. And most of the things that Dami has talked about, you actually see them in volume 1 of Career Surge. Then volume 2 of Career Surge is the growth principles. It builds on the foundational principles to now show you how to position yourself as a subject matter expert, thought leader, someone who can now gain global and local recognition. All right. So in volume 2 of Career Surge, I talk about the principles of capacity, capability, mastery, agility, tenacity, and acuity. And then finally, volume 3 of Career Surge, which is the value creation and impact principles. I talk about the principles of energy, velocity, quality, productivity, synergy, which is the principle of community. How do you build relationships to advance your career? The principle of legacy, and then the principle of visibility. One of the key things I want to leave with you is that your career is your responsibility, and your career will not experience a surge. It will not experience an acceleration without your responsibility, without your input. And what I've documented in this 3-book series is to show you how to get to the top. And so I call the Career Surge a book with a workbook. So at the end of every chapter in each of the 3 books, there is a workbook for you to fill in. There are questions for you to answer. There are blank pages for you to fill your own notes and all of that. Let me just read one of the key quotes from volume 1 of Career Surge, and then I will hand over back to Blessing. All right. It's just supposed to be a short session just to introduce the books to you. And so I want to read from chapter 3 of Career Surge, volume 1, the principle of strategy. And let me just read it out. It says, the principle of strategy is critical in pursuing career success, emphasizing the necessity of a well-defined, articulated strategy. This principle posits that an individual must understand the 6 phases of their careers to make the most of their careers. What then are the 6 phases of your career? The learning phase, phase 1, the value delivery phase, phase 2, the earning phase, phase 3, the visibility phase, phase 4, the legacy phase, phase 5, and the exit phase, phase 6. Your career is your responsibility. Also, in that same volume 1 of Career Surge, I talk about the people you need to be intentional about. And I talk about 5 categories of people. Damilola mentioned 2 of them or 3 of them: coaches, mentors, and accountability partners. But I put them in an acronym I call SCALE. There are 5 people you must be mindful of to scale your career. They are sponsors, coaches. So S is sponsors, C is coaches, A is accountability partners, L is leaders, E is expert mentors. Now, blessing, people have often asked me, what's the difference between a mentor and an expert mentor? And the clear-cut difference is anybody can mentor you. Anybody can read something from the pages of a book and say they want to mentor. But an expert mentor is someone who has gone through the same path. Yes, there is reverse mentoring today and all of that. But the truth is, anybody can actually say, I'm a mentor, without necessarily having walked the road that you're about walking. So I tell people that you need these 5 categories of people to scale your career. In closing, if you are going to experience a surge in your career in 2025, you must be deliberate about maximizing opportunities. And so you must be wise and discerning. Opportunities for elevation will come in 2025. Make no mistake, they will come, but will those opportunities meet you ready? Will they meet you prepared? And I can guarantee you, after coaching, mentoring, and helping people over the last decade, I think I have earned the credibility and authenticity to pen my experiences in a 3-part series that will help people transform their careers. Having gotten to the C-suite at an early age, I understand the dynamics of executive leadership, and I think I am qualified to help people get to the top. So, Blessing, thank you so much for the opportunity. For as many people that want to get more nuggets, they are contained in Career Surge volumes 1 to 3, and you can be sure that you will get insights that will forever alter the trajectory of your career. Thank you so much, Blessing, for the opportunity. Back to you for the rest of the session.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. In fact, it was like Dr. Michael should just continue, because this is just too empowering. It's just too much. I just dropped a link to the WhatsApp community for just this program, because we had to create a WhatsApp group for people to join. We have about 53 members there, although we have over 65 persons who registered via the Google form. So please, if you've not joined that WhatsApp community, go and join it now. The link is on this on the chat, so that, because I'm going to be sharing the processes for you to get the book on seller. I'm going to be sharing it. Dr. Michael, you could also please drop the seller link where people can buy the book from. Drop it on the chat. Then also, everyone, go join the WhatsApp group so that we can also share more information concerning the career search. Sincerely speaking, we have to be very deliberate about all of our positioning for the year 2025. It is not just enough for us to have goals. We need to be intentional and deliberate. We need to position ourselves, just like Dr. Michael have said. We need a category of people in our lives. He talked about sponsors. He talks about coaches. He talks about accountability partners. He talks about mentors. He talks about leaders and even expert mentors. In fact, these are just so much for us to take for granted. So thank you so much, Dr. Michael, for coming on this webinar to, of course, drop this empowering review of your book with us. Everyone, I have bought the book. I have my own copy, although it has not been sent to me, but I will receive it probably this week, I guess, Dr. Michael, and it is going to be autographed by Dr. Michael. I got 2 of his books. One is Anchored and the other one is on this career search. I do not play with personal development. I am an advocate. In fact, I'm a shameless learner. There's a lot that you're going to learn from Dr. Michael. Dr. Michael has an HRO community called the AHRO community. Some of you may know it. So if you're interested to join his community, possibly you want to transition into HRO, or you are intending HRO practitioner, or you just like to be in the HRO field, you can, of course, join this group so that we can share most of this information with you. You can also chat Dr. Michael. Dr. Michael, please drop your LinkedIn link with us, your phone number, and of course, I know people would want to connect with you further to, gain from your expert advice. So thank you so much. Quickly, we're going to be calling on the next speaker. This is the financial guru. I call him the financier. In fact, if you do not hear from Coach Shegu, you are missing out. So please, I'm going to be quickly reading out his profile, and he will be speaking to us immediately without wasting time. Now, Segun Aremu's profile. Segun Aremu holds a BSc in banking and finance from Covenant University and also an MBA from Obafemi Awolowo University. He is an associate member of Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers of Nigeria, ACS, an authorized dealing clerk of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, associate member, Nigerian Institute of Management, fellow member, investment advisors and portfolio managers. Securities and Exchange Commission sponsored individual, member Programs Committee, Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers of Nigeria, certified alternative dispute resolution mediator. Please, as I'm reading this profile, I want you to just be dropping a virtual round of applause. A dynamic and result-oriented professional with excellent leadership qualities and a proven track record in investment management, demonstrates transformational leadership across multiple roles, motivating and coaching teams to improve financial infrastructures and effectively managing large portfolios. His work experience and core competencies spans across capital markets, capital market asset and liability management, portfolio management, collective investment scheme, financial services, business development, relationship management, and investment banking. Wow, wow, wow. With experience, a cumulative in the financial services sector spanning over 10 years. Mr. Oluwasegun's commitment to excellence and adherence to best practices have been recognized through numerous accolades. He was honored with the United Capital PLC Outstanding Service Delivery Award for 2 consecutive years, 2021 and 2022, highlighting his exceptional contributions and dedication to client satisfaction. Wow. Beyond his professional achievement, Mr. Oluwasegun is a passionate advocate of financial literacy. He has trained and mentored over 1,000 individuals on various financial management topics, empowering them with the knowledge and skills to make informed financial decisions. He has an entrepreneurial mindset and is always focused on the business objectives and set strategies. Wow. He sits on the management team of a growing and SEC licensed funds and portfolio management firm in Victoria Island, Lagos, as the Deputy Managing Director of Lancelot Funds Portfolio Management Limited. He is also a faculty lecturer and facilitator with James Hope Business School, founded by Jim Ovia, and the business school is poised to become one of the biggest business schools in Africa. Did you hear that? He's also a faculty member with several training consultancy organizations. He also sits on the board of several organizations. He is a husband and a father. Loves God, loves people, and loves work. His passion for leadership, youth, politics, and of course, entrepreneurship, financial literacy, mentorship, the gospel, etc. He is the founder of Peculiar Innovative Consulting Services Nigeria Limited, an investment management consulting and training company based in Lagos. Wow, 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 wow. All this for just one person. In fact, with a virtual round of applause, I'd like you to welcome with me Coach Segun Aremu as he takes us on financial goals for the year 2025. After you sit under his tutoring tonight, you will not get it wrong in your finances anymore. Thank you so much. Thank you, Coach Segun. You have the floor. You are welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my coach. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much again for this privilege. Thank you so much. I want to share my screen, please. Can I just share my slide? Thank you so much. I'm so shy right now. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Coach Dami, for that amazing session. I can see my colleague getting Echichi. Nice seeing you, and Joshua again. Nice seeing you again. Well done. And thank you very much. I want to present my slide. And for my end, can you do it for my end? Okay. Okay. I'm check from my end. Maybe it will be quite.
Are you the one sharing or I'm the one sharing now? I think I'm sharing.
Let me share, please. I want to share practical session later.
Okay, so let me stop sharing. Let me stop sharing.
Okay. All right. So let me just quickly share.
Okay, you can share.
Okay. Notes. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you. So this is my slide. Let me expand it to become. All right. Thank you very much. I'm going to my slide, everybody. Let's confirm.
Yes, I can see it from my end.
Thank you, Coach Blessing. I really appreciate you for the privilege. Thank you for being an amazing coach and leader. We celebrate results. So I'll be done in next 30 minutes because of my time. Or sorry, next 25 minutes. So we can be fast and we can be out of here. And because we also have almost done as well too. Okay. Financial goals for the year 2025. Now I read a lot about goals from Koidami. I'll just try to add on it and look at the financial aspect of it. This class will be doing a practical session. Please, if you can, get a Bible and a pen, get a laptop, get something on your phone. Before the end of this class, we'll be doing a practical session where we'll be drawing up some goals that can be done and achieved by us. All right, let me just start. All right, again, this is just the flyer for the program. I feel like you have to just start with that and just see Vision 2025. And like always, like they said in the Bible, that where people lack vision, people perish. So if you don't have a goal, somebody said that you will always live like a goat. But basically, what I'm saying is that if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So it is very, very important that you design your life and don't live by default, you live by design. You don't live your life by default, you live by design. So meaning that once you get to a football pitch and you don't see a goal post, you understand the fact that they are just there to sweat and waste their time. Every football pitch you go to and you see them playing a real match that is defined and is organized, you will always see something that is called a goal post. The goal post defines and designs the way you are going to achieve what you want to achieve. And guess what? The goal post is designed majorly to be able to measure the performance, because anything that is not measured does not get done. Please, this evening, follow me very carefully, because this thing that you will hear this evening would lead you to your next year to a good vision 2025. Already from Kodami, we have learned deeply about goals, about the timelines, and the template actually. So this just a bit of what she has said. So we're looking at financial goals for the year 2025. So let me ask you, everybody in the chat room, if you can respond. If you could do a time travel, would you go to the past or the future, and why? Or someone can just share with us what your opinion is. Anybody? Just up and speak. Don't plan and speak anybody. If you could do a time travel, you go to the past or the future and why?
I will go to the past
Why?
because I've a lot I want to correct. I wish there are some things I wish I knew earlier that
Hmm.
I I might not be, I won't be here if I
Hmm.
had known those things.
Beautiful.
So
Beautiful.
I will want to go back.
Well said. Well said. Thank you very much for that contribution. Thank you very much. Because you see, somebody said that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Second best time is now. What I said right now is very perfect because there are many people that in which they are know what they are knowing now. In fact, let me shock you. If you can, go and look at your bank account and your bank statement from January 1st to now. You will not believe how much have passed through your account. But yet you say you are poor. So you have a chance today to make the right decisions. And guess what, guys? You cannot thrive without money next year. And you would need to be very innovative and also collaborative in your approach. See, many of us are laid back in our thinking. Our minds are small because one day I asked a lady, I went for training somewhere, and I asked a girl and I said, what is the biggest achievement that you want to achieve in life? And she was like, sir, what I want to achieve in life is to build a school. And I asked her, do you know how much it costs to build a school? She said, I don't know. What is the financial cost of your aspirations, of your dream? Next year, you want to buy a house. Next year, you want to buy a land. Next year, you want to go on vacation. Next year, you want to buy a good car. Next year, you want to even help people and donate. Next year, you want to do stuff. You want to do a course or something. Have you calculated what with the cost, the financial cost of your dream and aspiration? You have learned about gold from Coach Dami. Have you calculated the financial cost of your goal? Next year, I plan to travel next year and to with my children and my wife to go outside the country and check some things out there about. I'm going to visit my younger brother in the US. And one thing that is always on our mind, on my mind, is that the cost of my travel. Already, I'm thinking in the range of 20 million naira, thereabout, from between 10 and 20 million from my own end. I'm already aware of the cost of my aspiration next year. Are you aware of yours? Are you aware of yours? Because everything good costs money. Every dream costs money. Everything you want to achieve costs money. But are you aware of the financial cost? Let me continue. That's why I said earlier that you need to be innovative in your approach and also collaborative. How do you thrive next year? Oh, things are increasing. Anyways, for now, we see the cost of fuel coming down, thereabout and all. So you have two options. Either you cut costs or you increase revenue. And on cutting costs, people will ask me, Shegun, how much can I cut? Won't I eat? Won't I go out? Won't I pay for house rent? On cutting costs, how much can you cut? So the goal here is, how do you increase revenue? There is no cap to how much you can increase revenue. Like you heard already from the speaker, from my coach Blessing. I am a lecturer in the business school. I own my own consulting firm. I'm also a DMD in a firm where we manage portfolios and funds. Every point in time, I must have revenue coming to me. What am I saying? The goal is to increase revenue, because tonight people will still eat at Sheraton and they'll be leftovers. On increasing revenue, have you asked yourself, how much can you do? So this is where you have to be innovative. To ask yourself, where is the money? Some weeks ago, Coach Blessing was talking on our group. We have a coach group talking about, oh, can do this, can do that, can do this, can do that, and all. You're asking yourself, where is the money? Where can I make the money? What is moving now? And again, let God lead you appropriately too. But if you're asking where is the money, you must also be asking yourself that, are you well positioned to bring the funds to you? Have you grown enough career capital and skill sets to help you? Because if you want to increase your revenue, you must have what they call SKA. SKA means that you must have skills, you must have knowledge, you must have the right attitude. You must build enough career capital for yourself. Now, as you have SKA, you will have what they call OPC. Because the moment you start demonstrating skills, demonstrating knowledge, and a good attitude, wherever you are and what you do, you have what they call OPC. OPC means other people's confidence. And when people have confidence in you, they can trust you. And when they trust you, you have what they call OPM. OPM means other people's money. So I want to ask you, are you well positioned enough in terms of your skill sets to bring money to you? And even much more than skill sets, have you prepared your mindset to bring this fund to you? Some of you, you are afraid to earn 1 million. You are afraid to earn 10 million. You are afraid to charge 20 million. Please work on your mindset, but also ensure that you are adding value. And every time value is created, money will always flow towards value. And value is always created where you see problems. Like, sir, my office, I'm having a lot of problem, blah, blah, blah. I say that, see, that problem you are having, that you are seeing in that office, is your opportunity to create a value, can bring money to you. So, I want to ask you on this platform, what value can you add? And on how many platforms can you add that value? Today, you are selling to people in Lagos. You begin to have clients in the UK, from the US, from Germany, from Sokoto, from Abia. You must be able to multiply your effects in your platforms. Then lastly, can you maximize your uniqueness and be creative with your strengths? Some of you, you have things that are unique to you. You can analyze very well. Some of you can speak well, can market well. What can you do best naturally? Can you maximize your uniqueness? Some of you are good writers. And be creative with your strength. What am I saying? To bring revenue to you, you have to be innovative. Now, this is my second point. You also need to be collaborative. Because social wealth would later become financial wealth. You cannot thrive in silos. You cannot live alone. You have to leverage partnerships, leverage people, because it is teamwork that makes the dream work. You have to learn to build solid networks to give you a solid net worth. And you have to learn to practice what they call OQP, only quality people. How many people on your WhatsApp know what you do? How many people on your church, on your mosque, or wherever you are, or in your community know what you do? How many of them know that you are doing what you are doing? You see, actually, have people that you have. Are you leveraging on them to build solid network, to give you a solid network? And that is why you can have what they call investment club, financial marketability group, and partner on projects and businesses. Of recent, out of some of my people in the finance world, we partner together and did a training for people. We were 4 of us, and people paid for the training, and it was a successful project, and what income from it as well too. You can literally eat alone and die alone. So think properly. Think properly. Be collaborative. Because social wealth can translate to become financial wealth. And you're having about SMART goals. As you are getting to a point where you are building financial goals, you must learn to set goals that can drive you to destination. And again, like I've learned before, I've added some 2 additions to the SMART goals. Number 1, it should be specific. You don't know where you are going. Anywhere look like it. Next year, I want to make 100 million naira. My net worth after next year should be 100 million. Be specific. Measurable. Whatever you measure gets done. And just to even know where you are versus where you want to go to, and also where you're coming from. Achievable. If you can dream it, you can do what? And achieve it. Then let your goals be realistic. Don't build castles in the air. Because if you do, even you can't live inside. Your goals are time bound. Time is wealth. Time is life. No procrastination. Next year is next year. Like what you heard for Oldami, every quarter, you batch them. This first quarter, I want to achieve so and so. No procrastination. Then I have an aid here, adaptability. Because as you set goals, life can happen. So you must learn to remain resilient and flexible in the face of changing circumstances. You must learn to remain what? Resilient and flexible in the face of changing circumstances. Life happens. Learn to be adaptable. Then you have the seed there. Your goals should be competitive, should be bold, should be daring, should be inspiring, should be airy. Any goal that does not scare you is too small. Don't live your life to arrive safely at the point of death. Let your goals have humanity inside. Let it be bigger than you. Let it be bold. Let it be daring. Let it be competitive. What did you achieve last year? What will you achieve this year? Now, quickly, we have basic investment principles I want to share with you. Number one, start early. That means start now. Start what? Early. That means start what? Now. Number two, have investment in several asset class. Some people, they have investment only in land, only in real estate. Balance it. Diversify your investment. Number three, understand risk and reward. In finance, they are the risk, they are the return. Reward. So again, think long term. Anything you are doing now, build future. That is why every money that comes to your hand, pay God first, pay yourself, and pay and spend. But more than to pay yourself, have an investment in your name. You are nobody's source, you're only a channel. I beg you. Long term. Think long term. Number five, for every investment that you do, research thoroughly. Research thoroughly. Do your research. Number six, keep costs low. As you spend, keep your cost low. Spend efficiently. Don't go and be spending £1 foolish. The penny is small, the pound is plenty. So, you want to save a penny, now lose a pound. The beauty of investment is that you invest regularly, automate your savings, make regular contributions. Let it be every time and consistent. Then number eight, you balance the portfolio. When you have high risk assets, can you balance it? For those who are older, you should know that as you grow older, the less risk you take for investment, so that you can maximize your long life. A man at 65 that loses 10 million, and a man at 20 that loses 10 million, their BP will show it differently. So when you are investing in capital markets, there is something for everybody. And we have three major markets. You have money market, capital market, and alternative investment market. This market is where you can do any other things. But never forget that the higher the risk, the higher the return. So you must always have a reason. Why am I investing? Well, what is my objective? Why am I investing? Is it to pay my house rent? Is it to go to school next year in abroad? Or I want to do a master's program, I need money? I want to get married? What is your investment objective? As you are right now, please, your pen and your paper, have a sheet what they call CTA. It's called call to action. Among that call to action, write number one here, my investment objective for 2025. Write two, at least two right now, wherever you are. Write at least two right now, wherever you are. What do you want to achieve next year via investment? You want to buy a land? You want to build a house? You want to pay your house rent? You want to do your student school fees? Why are you investing? So for everybody investing, you have several areas where you can invest. Because you have what they call money market, which is for short-term funds. You have capital market for long-term funds. And you have alt markets that people invest several things apart from those two markets. And you have several classes of places where you can invest. You have the small size funds. You don't have plenty money. You can do mutual funds, fixed deposit investments. You even buy stocks. You can buy ETFs. You can do other investment products. You can do government savings bonds, etc. You have the medium-sized funds, FTDs, CPs, treasury bills that you can buy, government bonds, state government bond, FTD, and several of them like that. If you have plenty funds, I've everything there already. FTDs, CPs, treasury bills, FGN bonds, state government bonds, corporate bonds, kind of investments, EPA investments, Evo bonds, and thereabouts. You have several places to invest. Now, as we round up, call my time. We want to do a practical session on how to draw your investment budget for next year. Again, know this, that your risk tolerance and appetite is very key here. You know you cannot take plenty risk. Watch how you invest. You don't want your capital to be preserved. Do money market investment, because there you have your capital preserved and returns preserved, but the returns are not quite much, but they are moderate. And let me also appeal to you on this call, in this meeting. Engage portfolio allocation and investment diversification to reduce your risk. Some of you have too much money in high-risk investments. That one, Forex, Bitcoin, crypto, agri. Do a balance of the portfolio. Have some money markets. I know in Nigeria, people are largely return driven, but you can balance these things. All right. So this is the session I'm taking you through. You have number one. What you can see here, you can see the first line there. Revenue
We can't
lines.
see your slides, Coach. We can't see your slide. Your slide has been on just the first part. I don't know if you want to show
my
us.
God. Oh my God. That is. Let me go back. I don't know why it went to only the first part. Let me share. Okay. Can you see my slide here?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so please, wherever you are, if you can get this session that for podcast session, for practice, please. If you have an Excel, if you have a paper, if you have something, just write it down. So now this is how you set up a plan for your year. And again, this is a template, not cast in stone. Just something that is very simple, you can work with. So for me, I said that by the year end, I want to generate 100 million naira as per my net worth. So you see that the first line, I have revenue lines, and I have different months of the year for next year. So I'm assuming that in January, number one, I have what they call revenue lines. These are every place I make money. So for you, you want to ask yourself, where are your revenue lines? For me, where I do at DMD, I get salary. For consulting job, I get paid. I do some jobs on agency and I get commission on them. I do training where I get paid. I do lecturing where I get paid. I also have income from my existing investments. And I want ETC in case when my birthday is next month. So people are giving me gifts. That went under ETC. Oh, Shego, I like your face. Take 100,000 naira and put it there. It's under ETC. Autonomous income. For yourself, have revenue lines. Yes, so could blessing. Write it there. Then I add them up together and get a total. Now, these are assumption figures. These are figures that are estimated. So your own now, you do it for February, March, April, May, June. You assume like that for yourself. An estimate, not actual. An estimate, the budget, the plan. Now, that is the story of it. Now, for me now, for every of my income that I get, right? So in January, for me, first thing I do is always pay God first. Again, this is a template. So I put there 10% tithe, 10%. So 10% of that money in January will give me 17550. I back it out. My blood available now becomes 157,950. Again, remember I told you before just now that when you are paid God, the next thing to do is to pay yourself. That means that you have to have an investment in your own name and for your own self. And for me there, I'll put it there 30% of every money that comes to you. So again, when you invest the money, it's up to you. You want to do money market, stocks, or alternative investment, it's up to you. But you must take out that money, 10% of your money, put it in an investment. Then the balance available for spending now becomes 110,565. Again, this is a template, an assumption that created. So your own, go and create your own. But I'm just telling you how I came about this. So we have a template like this. The balance available is 110,000. And again, you must learn this. You learn to spend after investment, not the other way around. So the balance available now is for spending. And in your expense line, you have two categories. We have two categories. We have recurrent expenditures. Number one, for recurrent expenditure, 50% of that money that you have in this balance is for recurrent expenditure. Transportation, 40%, feeding, 10%. All these are automated. They are practically automated for you. They are practically automated for you. And you see there that 60% of that money is 66,339. So under that, transportation, 40%. Put it there. Feeding 10% of that money. This is a way to budget and plan for your income. And remember, even me here, I put there for flex and entertainment. You are working, please take time to spend money on yourself. Go to a nice restaurant and eat well. Take that Cold Stone, that ice cream. Some months ago, I was busy back to back. I bought myself a very nice parfait. I mean, expensive, but man, I said that this thing I will buy for myself. Let me feel that, oh boy, you are working and money is coming. Please enjoy yourself, entertain yourself. This life is for enjoyment too. but enjoy responsibly. Then also have giving. Because if you are giving to, let it be in your budget. Don't give on impulse. Don't spend on impulse. Live by design, not by default. Mental pocket money is there. Then also you have what they call periodic and capital expense. Like school fees, it's not every time you do it, you get it done. It once in a quarter, thereabout, or once in a few months. You have school fees, you have house rent, you have clothing, you have car purchase. Like I'm saving towards it. With this, you discover that this is my plan. Anytime I come and change the revenue line here, imagine me putting it at a salary as 300,000 for consulting. Oh, 3 million for consulting. Let me put 200,000 for commission, 400,000. This is an estimate. Oh, for training, let me put 5 million for January. Oh, amen. Lecturing, let me put 1 million. Don't pay well in the lecturing, but at least something. For medicine investment, I can put 1 million too. You saw that, and I changed those revenue lines. Every other thing also changed. Again, this template I can give you on it. Ask the coach, I'll give it to her. She can send it to you. And on your own, go and tweak it on your own as you like. I think with this 6 p.m. already, thank you for having me and have a most wonderful time. Let me share the end of my slides.
Thank you so much. Who's dropping a virtual round of applause for our wonderful speaker, Coach Shegu Aremu, the one and only financial giant? If you listen to him and your finances does not change, that means you did not take any action. Thank you so much, Coach Shegu. Coach Shegu, are you done or you still have something for us?
No, I'm done. Just want to share my slide, my contact. Then any question, please. I'm done. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. So please reach out to Coach Shegu if you have possibly you want to know investments portfolios to invest on, like he has told us this evening. You want to start smart investments in the year 2025, then Coach Shegu is your go-to person. So his contacts are there. You can screenshot it, and of course reach out to him via email, via his DM, WhatsApp contact, LinkedIn. All this information is there just to guide you on the right investment to invest your money into in the year 2025. And of course, I know he has a platform which I am part of, sharing investments and tips and opportunities for us on that platform. So that, of course, you could request to join his community also, because his community is a place where you will learn everything you need to know about financial investments and the likes of that. So thank you so much, Coach Shegu. You've done so much justice to this topic. So we're going to be giving few minutes for questions. If you have a question, before I will be taking the last topic on personal development and goal setting for 2025. So I don't want you to go away. I'm seeing some persons already leaving the call. I want you to stay, because the last, of course, is always, the last is always the best. We've been getting it best back to back, but do not miss to join this last session. So don't go nowhere. Stay glued to your phone, to your laptops, and of course to whatever devices in which you're joining us with. Somebody is saying she would want to join. She said, I like to join his group, please. Okay, beautiful. Coach Shegu, if you'd want to copy the link of your own platform and drop there, or you can send me the link and I will share it to them on our own platform. So if you joined the group already, the Vision 2025 group platform, which we created just for this purpose, I will drop his link there also, so that you can do a follow-up, because the truth is that your finances for the new year is key. If you'd want to be anything you have visualized, you have pictured, you have done your vision board, you have done everything, finances is key also in your goals for 2025. And also, we also have a platform where we encourage people to join. Every month, you have a little token of 10,000 naira, 20,000, depending on your strength. What are we doing? We are investing in mutual funds, like you said, low risk investment. You know, some of us have low risk appetite. We say, oh, I don't want to go and do the type that will be MMM, where all my money will go. Not with treasury bills, or not with commercial papers, or not with all of those mutual funds investment. You know, the only thing is that the return on investment could be quite small. But of course, with the help of compounding, as you keep saving and saving month after month, in 1 year, you'll be very surprised that, oh, so something that I started like play, I was just saving 10,000. I was just saving 20,000, you know, has given me a return on investment of over how much thousand. So if you'd like to join the investment, because I currently have one, which is ongoing, and we have a platform for it too, you can reach out to me on the WhatsApp group and you will be added to that group. It's open for everyone. The minimum we are saving every month is 10,000 naira. We are ready for the year 2025. We did not come to play. And any opportunity available at our tip, and we are ready to make do with it. So please, do you have a question? If you want to drop your question on the chat box, do that. Or if you want to unmute and ask your question, the first speaker is still on the call. So you can direct your question if it's on clarity for your goal setting, or if it is about finances for your goal setting, the call is open. Please unmute yourself and ask your question. We'll just do this one for another 5 minutes and we'll get over to the next session. Thank you. Who's speaking? You have a question you want to ask quickly before we move over to the next session, so that you don't forget your question or the morale doesn't drop. Okay, somebody is asking, what's the 10K monthly for? Yeah, like I said, we have an investment that we invest in every month. So we are going to talk more about that on the platform. That is really not the purpose for this webinar, but I just chipped it in for those people who would be interested to join a monthly saving and investment platform where we save money in mutual funds, you know, treasury bills, you know, just something that would help us to, this is not MMM and this is not Osusu. You don't get to pack money, and nobody packs money every month. It is something that we do for a straight period of 1 year, you know, and of course we have returns on investment on our money. We are going to, like you said, kindly share the link. So I'm going to be sharing the link with us so that maybe you can join that group directly. Or if you are already on the Vision 2025 group, we will share the link there so that we don't share too many links that will be confusing to us. So that is on the side. Somebody is raising his hands. Mr. Efemena, you have a question. Please unmute and ask your question. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Femena, you have the floor. Your hands are raised.
I think they mistake has been raised since.
Oh, okay. Maybe he's not even aware. So, do we have questions? We don't have any questions. It means that all the somebody is saying something. Okay, Mr. Joshua, you have a question.
Able to ask the question too.
Okay, please. Okay, please, Mr. Joshua, you have the floor. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ma, and thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful session. My question is, for example, I want to take some personal development courses, which is investment on my knowledge. So if I'm setting my financial goal, should I put it in, I'm also a student, for example, then I have a section for my school fees and the rest. Then that personal development, should I put it in investment or like as part of my school fees? Like, which section should that one go for?
Yes, so for personal development, it's an investment actually. It's called human capital investment, actually. So that one you can use it to invest. It's money that you are paying to build skills, and you're investing in skills and in skills that you can now sell later. For example, my friend is a partner MBA that I'll be graduating in Ghana next in January. Believe me, after I'm done with that graduation, my price will increase for people that for where
Yes,
I see.
so yes,
Yes,
so
yes, because it's an investment,
yes.
basically. It's an investment. So you have to learn to be able to add to your knowledge, add to your skills. So please, if you can, put this under investment. It's fine.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you, Joshua. Well done. Nice seeing you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, who's the next person? Quickly. eBay. Mr. eBay.
Okay, so that would be me. Good evening, everyone.
Oh, good evening.
I must say, from thank you for the beautiful class. First of all, for the first speaker, I would like to either add or she can also talk about what I'm going to say. You know, when you ask the question, what did you achieve in 2024? You know, some people will not actually see. I'm coming from a place of gratitude, not thanksgiving. Some people will not actually, we need to place our heart in a place of gratitude and not underlook the things we have gone through. For example, I'll give an instance. Now, there's a house I was supposed to finish paying for, and I didn't. And the first thing that clicked in my head as a human, which wants are insatiable, was that particular thing I didn't achieve it. I was like, no, what about the fact that my kids got admission into school? You know, so it took me back to say, this part, I wrote down this. I said, sometimes some things that we want to achieve in this year, if we don't achieve them, doesn't mean we have not achieved something. So we should take a step back to see. So she can also analyze on that. Then on Coach Shagun, first of all, thank you very much. Beautiful conversation, beautiful lectures. And I sent you a message on WhatsApp to send us the link for your platform for the investment. Then also, I had a question I wanted to ask. Where did I write it down? Oh, good. Sorry, I'm not going to put on the gem, and
Okay.
it's a bit dark.
Okay.
Okay, I can't find where I wrote. I did a lot of jotting down. I can't
Oh,
really
wow.
find it. When I can find it, since I am on the platform, I will throw the question. Sorry, let me not take time. Thank you very much, Coach
All
Blessing.
right.
I really
Thank
appreciate this.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madam Ibe Onyebuchi. Talking about gratitude, you know, sometimes whether we were able to achieve a specific thing or not, there is still a place for gratitude. So for the whole of 2024, you need to cut yourself some slack. And of course, you need to be grateful for the fact that you are even on this call. It means that you are ready to, you know, put in more into yourself. If possibly the things that you set out for 2024, you couldn't achieve everything, you still need to be grateful. So quickly now, do we have any other person raising up his or her hands so we can go over to the last session? Okay, Mr. Aluko Joseph, thank you. You have the floor.
Good afternoon or good evening. Please,
Me.
pertaining to the question, the first facilitator said that what is the achievement? Let me thank you. I really appreciate you because I don't know you. I'm in Lagos. I joined you from the Facebook, and since then we have been chatting or whatever. So we thank God for 2024. God really helped me, but I'm a student of PhD student. I have a master and everything, but I want to set up my own firm because where I'm working now, I'm the head of the account. I want to set up outsourcing in Lagos because I cannot have a PhD and be said that we are looking for a job or you are applying for. No, you're supposed to have your own. And my own aim is to set up my outsourcing firm. Now, what are the criteria that I need? What are the criteria that I need that can make me set up that firm?
Okay. Thank you so much. Coach Damilola, are you still on this call? Okay, but if not, this is like the session we are going to be going into now, personal development. So we're going to be addressing your question. But quickly, before maybe I forget, since you have a passion or a desire to start up your own business, it's not rocket science. You already have all it takes. Probably, I want to guess you have all the knowledge, all the expertise it takes to run an outsourcing firm. The first thing for you to do is to get it registered, get your company registered. And of course,
Yes, already registered.
you already registered. So what you do next, if you have a physical office or you want to start from your home first, begin to write out proposals, begin to have a plan for your business. What is the plan? Who are the people you want to serve in this outsourcing? Is it outsourcing for outsourcing of staffs to organizations? Just what is the blueprint of the business? So you need to sit down first of all and get all of these things sorted out. Then you launch into the market. So first of all, I think you should get your blueprint, get your business plan, your strategy, whatever. Who are your target audience? Who are the people you want to serve? It's not so much of a whole lot, but first of all, you need to sit down with yourself and draw the map of what you want to do. Draw a plan, because your business plan is like your map. It shows you what you want to do, who do you want to serve, which area in outsourcing, what are the certification. Because me too, I have a recruitment consultancy firm. There are certifications you might need to get. Okay, there are
Okay, ma. I'm
certifications.
listening,
Yes.
ma.
So there are certifications you might need to get. So these are some of the little things you might need to put in place. Then you can now fully launch out and begin to, send proposals to organizations, go on social media and begin to push yourself. So let's just probably get done with this last session. And if you would want personalized, or if you want one-on-one consulting with me, because this is my space, I'm into recruitment and training. I'm an HRO professional, so we could talk more on that and see how to get you fully started on your outsourcing business journey. So thank you so much, Mr. Luke. I hope I was able to throw some little light to your question. Okay, thank you, everyone. Coach Ogochukwu, are you still on the call? Hello,
Yes,
Coach.
Coach, I'm still on the call. I'm still on the call. Good
Okay,
evening.
okay. So, well, I will be leaving the floor for you now. While we have the next and the last speaker coming on board. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Coach. Thank you, Coach Shego. That was a very, very insightful section. In fact, I have a lot, and we'll be talking more. So, for everyone that have questions, I believe your questions have been dealt with. And if, in case you are not yet satisfied, you can still reach out to the speakers for more clarification. So, right now, I want to introduce our last speaker, which is our seasoned business and professional development. Her name is Blessing Agre. She's currently holding multi-leadership positions in various organizations with a passion for empowering women. She has dedicated her career to fostering economic independence and growth. In her capacity as CEO of CBB Consultants Limited, Blessing leads a consultancy firm specializing in business development and HR with solutions, as she just told the last person that asked question. Simultaneously, she serves as a business developer at Analyzing PLC, where she drives strategies for business growth and development. Additionally, as an HR consultant at Pristine Bottling Company, Blessing provides expert advice and support in human resources management. She's committed in making a difference. Blessing also holds leadership roles in community-focused initiatives. As the executive director of the Blessing Agre Foundation for Empowerment, she founded an NGO dedicated to women's economic empowerment. She is also the convener of the Women in Business community, a platform empowering women to showcase products and attract customers. Moreover, as the founder of the Women in Business Multipurpose Cooperative Society, she established a cooperative to aid women in savings and investing in profitable ventures. What a great lady we have here. Blessing is also an author, having written The Woman of Value, an ebook addressing the untapped potential in women. Furthermore, she serves on the board of directors for the Iconic Brand Award, (SIBA), a social enterprise recognizing outstanding brands. Beyond her professional endeavor, Blessing Agere is characterized by her devout love for God, bringing a compassionate and holistic approach to her work, striving to make a positive impact in both professional and personal sphere. Please, with a virtual hand clap, let's welcome our next coach, our next speaker, in the person of Mrs. Blessing Agre. The floor is open for you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. It is still me who have been speaking. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Thank you for still staying on this call. It's not boring here. Like I said, the energy in this room is just too contagious. You cannot attend such a session and you return the same way you have been. So thank you, everyone, for being on this webinar. This is for your own good and for my own good, because trust me, I am also learning. Every opportunity to be with a group of people is an opportunity for us to learn something that we may not have known before, or something that we must have learned before, but maybe we've not seen it in this light. So I'm going to be speaking on the topic of personal development goals for year 2025, and I'm going to be turning off my camera. Personal development goals. What do we mean when we say personal development goal? Let me try to move my slides. Okay. Now, as we prepare to step into the new year, you know that it is crucial for us to focus on personal development to achieve success, growth, and fulfillment. All of the things that we have spoken about, both on clarity, both on financials, all of these things are all step towards our personal development for 2025. 2025 offers an opportunity for reinvention, goal setting, and a purposeful journey towards our personal growth. Now, today we're going to be, providing us with practical steps for us to identify areas for improvement. What are those areas that you think you want to improve on? Let's assume in 2024, you did your best, but there are some areas, if you have done a genuine assessment on yourself, there are some areas that you think you were lacking. If you want to score yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, there are some areas that you might have been lacking. It is not about getting 100% balance, but it is about identifying those areas and, of course, striving for improvement. Now, let's start by understanding what we mean when we say personal development goals. When we say personal development goals, what do we really mean? Personal development, goals are specific targets. These are specific targets that you and I set to improve ourselves in various aspects of our life, different aspects of our life. Whether it is your career, your relationship, your health, or even in your emotional well-being. Personal development goals are those goals that we set, those specific targets. You tell yourself, okay, in this area of my career, this is what I want to achieve for the year 2025. Now, for example, instead of me saying, I want to be healthier, a more specific personal development goal could be, I will exercise 3 times a week for 30 minutes. I think Coach Dami, shed some little light on this. Us being specific about what we want to achieve. You want to achieve a healthier, well-being for 2025. How do you want to achieve it? It's not, because sometimes when goals are ambiguous, when they are not clear, we tend to struggle with it. That is why Coach Dami was talking about using the SMART models: specific, measurable, achievable, to set our goals. That is the same way in our personal development. We need to be what? Specific. I will exercise 3 times a week for 30 minutes. Because even if I say, oh, I'm going to exercise 3 times a week, inside that 3 times a week, I could decide to just do 1 minute. I could decide to just do 10 minutes. But when you are specific, it reprograms your mind. And you already know that for every 3 times in the week that I'm going to be exercising, I'm going to be doing it for 30 minutes. Notice that it is clear and it is measurable. That is what your goal should be. And this is what makes your goal to become effective. Now, these goals are not just about what you want to achieve, right? But it is about who you want to become in the process of achieving it. Sometimes we are carried away by doing all the paparazzi in the social media. Oh, goal setting. Yeah, I want to set up my goal. And, you just want to be lost in the crowd. That is not the idea. The idea is about who you want to become in the process. Because the truth is, when you set specific goals for yourself, in that process, you are building yourself. Are you aiming to be a more confident communicator? Or you want to be a better leader? Or you want to be someone who can manage stress effectively? You must be able to set specific and measurable goals. Now, when you set personal development goals, you are talking about control of your growth. You are taking control, of your growth. When you set personal development goals, what are you doing invariably? You are taking control of your growth intentionally. Everything that we have talked about today is all about our personal development. Now, without these things, life will happen to you. But you understand that with clear goals, you make life happen for you, not to you. A lot of people sit and they're beginning to ask themselves, what did I even really achieve in the year 2024? Probably you allowed life to happen to you, but in this coming 2025, you are going to intentionally allow life to happen for you and in your favor. Now, think of your goals as a GPS. If you don't enter a destination, you will not ever get to where you are going. If you take your Google map and you don't enter a destination and you assume that probably the Google map will just take you to nowhere, you won't get to anywhere. Like Coach Shegu said, if you don't have a direction, anywhere looks like the right place for you. So that is why goals are so important. And personal development goals give you a sense of direction. Now, let's move. Okay, let's talk about identifying areas. What are the areas for growth? Now, before we talk about, setting goals and all of that, we need to figure out where we actually need to grow. What are these areas that you need to grow? This is a vital step because without self-awareness, we might end up focusing on the wrong things. Before setting our personal development goal, it is essential to be self-aware. Now, self-awareness, like I said, is understanding who you are, your strengths, your weaknesses, and where you stand emotionally, physically, and mentally. Now, you need to answer some of these questions if you would be able to set your personal development goals. First of all, you need to ask yourself, what are my strengths and weaknesses? What are your strengths and your weaknesses? What drives you? Where do I want to improve? Which areas do I want to improve? It could be areas of career and businesses. Are there skills that you need to develop to get that promotion or expand in your business? For example, you want to become a good speaker. Are there skills in communication, public speaking that could give you an edge? Now, let's say for your health now, do you need to adopt better eating habits? Like we said, or exercise regularly, or work on your mental health? Now, maybe 2025 is the year for you to prioritize your fitness or schedule a what? A therapy session. You can also ask yourself, how do I react to challenges and how can I do better? So for us to even be able to set a specific, measurable, smart goal for ourselves, we need to take time to reflect and be honest about areas where you need growth, because this will guide you to goal setting, to your goal setting processes, and of course, ensure that you target meaningful, impactful areas for what? Improvement. You might also look at areas like your relationship. Are there ways that you want to improve your communication or even spend quality time with your loved ones, even in your personal growth now? What about learning something new? Maybe learning a new language or pursuing a hobby or just anything that could challenge you. Here is a quick exercise that you can also do. Write down one area in your life where you feel stuck. Where do you feel stuck in your life? Then ask yourself, what is this one thing that I can do to improve this area? What is this one thing? Because this is your starting point for what? For growth. This is your starting point for what? For growth. Now, we talk about the wheel of life. You can use the wheel of life to help you, look at every of these areas. Coach Damilola talked about the wheel of life briefly too. You can look at which area do I really want to grow on. Scoring yourself, personal development, spiritual, your career, in your finances. Thank God we talked about finances just now. What are the CTA? What is now your call to action? What is that thing that you want to start doing as per your finances to help you grow? Personal development. What is that area that you want to develop? It could be in your personal life. Maybe you want to say, okay, for my personal development, I want to pick up a book. I want to read a book every week or every month. We have a book club where we read a particular book every month. This can also help you to develop yourself personally. You can also look at, okay, fun and recreation, health, family, friends. So the wheel of life will help you to take a look at these 6 areas or 7 areas of your life and ask yourself sincere question. Now, you must reflect on your current state. Take a moment to assess where you are. This assessment requires a holistic evaluation of different aspects of your life using the wheel of life tool, like I shared to you. This tool will help you to visualize areas that needs improvement. You don't need to get it 100% in every part of your wheel of life. The wheel of life typically includes the following dimension, like you just saw now. Yeah, it has your career. You ask yourself, are you satisfied with your current job or business? Are you growing in your professional journey? Do you know I resigned from my paying job? I was working with a company in Lagos, but I resigned just recently. I resigned, I think was it in February that's this year, yeah? February 2024. I resigned. It took me so much, so much to come to that decision, because I was asking myself, when you resign, what do you do? How do you cope? How do you do this? I was just, I was all over myself that period, but I took the bold step, because when I saw my paycheck, it wasn't like I wasn't satisfied with my paycheck, because I felt I had so much in me that I can do more and even impact the life of more people, not just to be confined in one office, doing the same job day to day, month to month, year to year. I was not comfortable. I had more that I needed to give out. And what did I do? I had already registered CBB consultancy. We are into recruitment, training, business consulting, and a whole lot of things. I already registered it like 1 year even before I resigned. I already started making baby moves, because I already knew that I was not satisfied at the current level where I was, even if my office gave me the privilege for personal growth. Of course, one or two times we were invited, all expense paid, flight ticket booked, allowances per diem, all of those things, trainings. I had access to all of these things, but I still was not satisfied. because I just felt that there was something inside of me that was bigger than this position. I was the business developer for the company where I worked. I said, no, I had so much inside of me. And even while I was still working for the company, I was already preparing my blueprint. I was already creating my business plan. I already registered my business. I was already just, thinking of, in fact, I was already just out, totally out, until I took the bold step and I dropped my resignation later. And when I dropped it, fear will always want to come. Self-doubt will want to come. Ha! This one that you have resigned, what do you now want to do? But I was someone that I motivated myself, because I am in fact, even if you don't motivate me, I motivate myself so much. I do not allow self-doubt to come in any way. I told myself, if other people can do it, then I can also do it. And I started my company. I registered it as a limited liability. I went and I got the recruiter's license to be a certified recruiter, not just a backyard one. I did my NS, what's it called? There is this insurance we had to do. I did everything. I got an office space. I didn't have a staff because, of course, I was still taking baby moves. But recently, I just employed one staff and another one and another one. So I'm encouraging someone today, because I always like to motivate people. Even while I'm training, while I'm teaching, whatever I'm doing, there is always this part of me that wants to encourage people. Because a lot of times there is self-doubt. You want to doubt yourself. You're a student. You are an entrepreneur. You are a career person. You are thinking, if I leave this position where I am, what's the next thing I'm going to do? There is a lot that you can do out there. Not even to talk about this time where we are, this AI-driven age. This social media time where you have so many things that you can do with yourself. So the wheel of life typically includes the following dimension. Let me not digress. Career. Are you satisfied with your current job or business? Are you growing in your professional journey? If you are not, what do? Think of ways that you can begin to feel satisfied. In your finances, do you have financial stability? Are you managing your finances effectively? Or salary just comes and before the salary even comes, you've spent it already. You're already owing debts everywhere. Are you satisfied with your finances? In your health, are you physically and mentally well? Are you prioritizing your health? Because this is something that most entrepreneurs, we tend to walk around the clock and we forget to prioritize our health. Your relationship, are your relationship fulfilling? Are you investing in them meaningfully? Something I told myself this year, for my family, I want to give, even if not 100% attention, but full percent, because I have kids that are growing already. I need to give them time. Listen to them. I need to know who are their friends. Where are they going? Sometimes they want to come to me. In fact, I'm inside my room. My little boy has been knocking on my door because I had to shut the door so they don't come in and distract my webinar. When I leave here now, I'm going to give them 100% attention. Hello, baby. What do you want? What happened? What did you do? I want to pay attention to my family. So you ask yourself, personal growth, are you learning new skills, or are you growing intellectually? For the year 2024, I took so many bold steps. So many bold steps that ideally on my own, I wouldn't have taken it because of fear, because of self-doubt, because of limiting beliefs. But I took the bold step. I went all out. And for 2025, one of my targets is collaboration. I'm going to step into rooms where people wouldn't even believe that you can step into. Ask questions, meet people, don't be scared. I recently connected with someone on LinkedIn, because of course I go on LinkedIn, I try to check people's profile. What is this person doing? What can I benefit? What value can I get, and what value can I also give? And I reached out to someone who I know had a platform for consultants, because I'm a consultant. And because I said, I want to grow in this thing that I am doing. I don't just want to be a roadside. I want to know what are the pros and cons. What is the thing that is making people make this money in this consultancy field? And I reached out to someone, a very big shot. And I told him, please, I'd want to come under your mentorship. I'd want to come under your coaching. Add me to your platform. Normally, I may not have, been able to reach out to this person, but I developed so much boldness. And I reached out. And today I was added to that. And I was added to the platform, I think, last 2 months or thereabout. I've been learning so much on that platform. And I'm so glad that I took that bold step. So I'm telling someone, who do you need to talk to? What platforms do you need to join for you to be able to grow? What courses do you need to take? That book that Dr. Michael Ogu came to let me say advertise on this platform, for some of you that joined earlier, that book is a powerful book. I already got my own. It's not so cheap, but it is affordable. It is something that if you are interested, you can get it. I paid in installment. I paid in 2 times for the book. Powerful book. What are you doing to yourself? Are you learning new skills? And do you know that we have a lot of resources on social media? YouTube is there. You can learn. Udemy, Coursera, Allison. These are platforms that you can go and learn anything. Some of them are even free. You just learn it free. You may not get certified, but you have the knowledge. Fun and recreation. Are you enjoying life and making time for leisure? Contribution. Are you giving back to your community or are you making impact? I have an NGO, the Back Foundation. What are we doing? Empowering women entrepreneurs. We started little. We may not be able to give to 1,000 women or 500 women, but we started little. Only in the year 2024, we are able to give out POS machine to women. We gave out cash gifts to women just to help them support their businesses. This is a way of you giving back, making contribution. You don't need to be a CEO that is earning in millions or in billions before you start doing that. No. You can just start it because these things is about your passion. What are you passionate about doing? Spirituality. Are you aligned with your values and your purpose? Now, rate yourself. As I'm saying this thing now, go back to the wheel of life. Pick out all these areas. Once you type the wheel of life on Google, it will show you different type of wheel of life. So you have to pick the ones that are relevant to you. What do you now do next? Rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. In each area, try to identify where you excel and where you need improvement. That is for year 2024 now. In your relationship, on a scale of 1 to 10, scale yourself. It could be a 7. It could be a 5. It could be a 6. It could even be a 4. It's okay. You are making progress every day. You're making progress. Now, even while you're doing that, there's what we call the Johari window. I talk about seeking feedback from others. Sometimes others can see our blind spots better than we can. Reach out to trusted friends, mentors, or colleagues for feedback. Of assessing yourself, because you cannot just create a personal development goal for yourself without assessing yourself, looking at the areas where you have to make improvement. Ask questions like, what do you think are my strengths? What do you think I could improve on? Ask people. Don't be shy. Your trusted friends, your close parties. How do you perceive my communication, my leadership, or work ethic? Because this feedback will help you to uncover hidden opportunities for growth that you might not have considered. So this is why I brought about the Johari window. Now, there are some things that are known to you. This is the open part of it. Things that you and everyone else know about you. Let's say you are you are an introvert. You know either you're an introvert or you are an extrovert. You know you are that open person. You know you are the yoppy. You are always the person that comes into the room and you change the atmosphere. You want to be the person that is seen all over the place. You want to be the person that is open and you are just accessible. You are just all out there. You know it and everyone else knows it. Now there is a hidden part of you, things that are known by you but unknown to others. This is a hidden part of you. Then you have the blind spot, things that you are unaware of but others know. That is why sometimes it is good for you to ask for sincere assessment from other people. Tell people to assess you. Then we also have the unknown, things that are unknown by you and everyone else. So you must learn to ask for feedback from people. For the year 2024, in your spirituality, in your family, in your finances, in your personal development, what are the scores you are scoring yourself? What are the scores? Now, identifying areas for growth, like I've said before. Identifying the right areas for growth can set the foundation for you to achieve your personal development goals. You can consider these following categories: your career development, upgrade your skills that are relevant to your what? Your profession. Network with industry leaders. Like I said, seek for mentorship. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. Because when Dr. Michael came, he said we need 6 category of people, sponsors. Even while you want to push that thing that you want to do, your social impact, you want to do it, you want to come about with a project, you want to do this, you want to do that. You need sponsors, you need people to sponsor you. You need accountability partners, you need coaches, you need leaders, you need expert mentors also, like he said. So learn to network with industry leaders. If this is an area that you've been lacking for 2024, ensure to be all out there. Health and fitness. Create a balanced exercise routine and focus on your mental wellness. These are ways that you can create your personal development goals. Make healthier meals. Improve your sleep. Now, what areas for growth? How do you identify areas for growth? We're still talking about financial management. Set financial goals for saving, investing, and budgeting. Relationships. Strengthen both personal and professional relationship. Personal mastery. Work on time management, productivity, and the rest of that. Ensure that you are developing new skills every month. Go on Coursera, go on Udemy. You can go and develop new skills, soft skills, even technical skills. Now, how do you set actionable goals? Now that we've been able to identify areas for growth, let's talk about how to set goals that actually work. You may have heard of the SMART framework, right? I know you've done so. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Now, let's break this down. Specific. Specific means that your goals should be crystal clear. Don't be ambiguous in setting your goals. Now, instead of saying, I want to grow professionally, you can say something like, I will complete a certification course in digital marketing by June. I will complete a certification course in digital marketing by June. You are being what? Specific, clear and defined goals. Also, when we talk about measurable, how will you track your progress? If you want to save money, set an exact figure, like Coach Shego has told us. Like, it's okay, I want to save the sum of 100,000 naira every month. Or I want to save 10,000. Like I said, we have a platform where we are saving the sum of 10,000 naira every month. And we are also investing that money so that the money does not just lie in the account idle. Investing with mutual funds. Afri Invest is there. Koshego has his own investment portfolio. So your goals must be measurable. I want to be able to save the sum of 20,000 naira every month. Achievable. When we say achievable, what do we mean? Your goals must be realistic. If you are a full-time employee, aiming to start a side business in 6 months might be too aggressive. Adjust your timeline. You are a full-time employee and you're aiming to start a side business in 6 months. That may be too aggressive. So you can adjust your timelines. You can make it shorter timeline or a longer timeline. Just ensure that your goal is achievable and it is attainable within the time frame. Another thing that I'm going to chip in is it is okay for you to adjust your time frame. It's not rocket science. Nobody's going to hold a gun to your head and say, you've set a goal that you must do this thing within this time frame and you must achieve it. No. If you could not achieve it within that time frame, set another time frame. Just be sure that you are, consciously working towards your goal achievement. And also, your goals must be relevant. Does this goal align with your overall vision? What is your vision for the year 2025? Have you given yourself a personal theme? Or you're waiting for the church to release their own theme first? This year is the year of breaking limits. This is our year of open doors. Those things are good in itself, but you can also set your own theme for the year 2025. Assume that you want to start up your own business. Look for a thing that will motivate and empower you. Whenever you see that thing written out, you are empowered to do more. Does it align with your overall goal? If your long-term plan is to become a project manager, Focus on leadership skills and certification. Time bound, another, actionable step. Time bound. Always give your goal a deadline. Deadlines create urgency and they keep you what? Accountable. Give yourself a deadline. Don't just create a goal without using the specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound model. So from tonight, I believe you should already start creating goals for different aspects of your life using the wheel of life to create your goals for your career, your finances, whatever it is. Ensure that you are taking this as an action. Don't just listen and don't take what? Action. Now, examples of actionable goals. Now, here is an example for career growth. Let me give you an example. I will attend 3 industry conferences in 2025, network with 50 professionals, and secure at least 1 mentor by December. This is what? This is an actionable goal. You have impressed it into your subconscious mind. Probably you even have a vision board where you have to create and put a picture images of all your goals, all the things you want to do, put them in a vision board, visualize it, create pictures of it, and you wake up every day, you are seeing it. There is no way that your subconscious mind will not bring it into reality. Remember that goals are the stepping stones to your future. Each one takes you closer to the person that you want to become. Now, for career development, I said it, I will complete a certification course in digital marketing by June 2025 to advance my career. For health, I will exercise for 30 minutes. Yeah. Finances, I will save 10% of my monthly income towards an emergency fund by December. Personal growth, I will read 1 personal development book every month throughout 2025 to help you achieve some of these things too. You need to identify, you need to locate communities that can build you. I was listening to John Maxwell yesterday on Instagram, just some of these short clips that just come on. And he was talking about joining various communities and groups. There's somebody that tell you that, I have too many communities and groups on my phone. You know, they are not even beneficiary to me. Of course, the truth is there are some that are not beneficial, but there are some that are beneficial to your growth. Those little nuggets that they drop, those little ebooks that they drop, like today now, on one of the platform I belong, someone dropped a book. I've been looking for that book, and immediately I saw it, I was like, wow. I quickly saved it, and I'm going to listen to it. So joining communities or group is not a waste of time. John Maxwell said, we can even learn faster from joining communities and groups. You can learn faster. You know, it helps you to learn because some of us, we are so engaged now. The workload is so much, you know, from business to family to church to so many things. You may not even have the time to really carry a book to read, though. I am not a fan of carrying big books to read, trust me. But you know, I read every day. How do I read? I have a reading app, this text-to-speech. I have a text-to-speech app. Once I download my ebook, I put it on my phone and I put on my earpods when I'm driving, going to work, anywhere I'm going, even while I'm in the kitchen cooking, I'm reading. I'm listening to books because I know that this is the only way I can be able to achieve what I want to achieve. I actually read some hard copy books, but not as much as I listen to ebooks via my commuting time, via my cooking time, even via my resting time. All part of my life, every day of my life, I'm trying to learn something new. So this is what you can tell yourself. I will read 1 personal development book every month throughout 2025. You can also join book clubs. We have a book club, the CBB book club. Every month we have a book that we read. Every month. And at the end of the month, we do a review on the platform. We have a WhatsApp voice call where we do a review. Everyone adds their inputs. You may look at it that these people are just wasting time. It's not wasting time. You are learning. And when you have an opportunity to talk to a group of people, you speak and people see you as an authority. People see you as that go-to person. What's the secret? Because you have committed yourself to daily, you know, self purposeful, intentional development. Now, how do you align your goals with your purpose? Now, here is something many people overlook. Your goals must align with your purpose. Purpose is your why. Your purpose is your what? Is your why. It is the deeper reason behind what you are doing. For all the things that we do, there is a purpose. Why am I doing this thing? Why did I just come up and set up a webinar? You think I don't have something to do? There is a why. Your purpose is your why. Now think about it. If you're working hard on goals that don't resonate with your values or your passion, you will feel what? Drained. When you're working on a goal that does not resonate with your values or your passion, you will feel drained. You will not be motivated and you will not even be fulfilled. I can stay on and on talking for hours because I am passionate about what I am doing. So when you set goals that align with your passion, they feel natural and energizing. They just come to you naturally. You're not struggling. You're not struggling to do it. You are just doing it. It's just flowing. So how do you, here is how to find alignment. Ask yourself, what truly matters to you? Is it your family? Is it creativity? Is it financial freedom? Or is it helping others? Think about the kind of legacy you want to leave. What impact do you want to have on those around you? Cross-check your goals. For example, if your purpose is to help other people, then a goal like volunteering in your community or pursuing a career in health aligns what? Perfectly. This aligns perfectly. Let's take a look at, let's take a personal example now. If my purpose is to inspire and empower people through teaching, which I am doing, my goal might be, developing educational content, writing a book, or mentoring others. That's what I am doing currently. I have a mentorship group. I have educational content. I have which I've authored. So all of these things are aligning with my purpose. So your goals must align with your purpose, your why. Simon Sinek, he has a very powerful YouTube video talking about your why. What is your why? You can go and read, you can go and listen to that YouTube talk by Simon Sinek. What is your why? So remember that when you align your goals with your purpose, they become more than task. They become more meaningful steps towards to your better life. So when your goals align with your purpose, with your why, the things you are passionate about, it comes what? Freely. So when you are setting your goals, don't set goals because your friend is setting goals that she's going to acquire a certification in so, and you don't know the reason why. You don't know the why behind that goal. Possibly she's pursuing that goal or she's setting that goal because there is a purpose she wants to achieve with that goal. Now, let's talk about building essential skills. Or rather, developing habits for growth. Habits play a huge role in personal development. It is the consistent actions you take every day that will determine your success. Focus on developing positive habits that aligns with your goal. First of all, you must start small. Don't get overwhelmed with your goals. The truth is sometimes when our goals, that's why we always encourage to use the SMART model. Because when your goals are probably so much, they are not achievable, they are not specific, they are not measurable, you just set a goal because people are setting goals, you become exhausted and tired along the way, and you lose focus. So you must start small, build habits incrementally. For instance, start with 10 minutes of daily reading and gradually increase it. Track your progress. You can use habit trackers or journals to monitor your consistency. One thing that I want to do for 2025 is to, write journals. Have a day-to-day, minute by minute, journal of what I am doing. Let me be able to track. Reward yourself also. Celebrate small milestones to stay, of course, motivated. For every little achievement, I used there was something I saw a lot of people doing on LinkedIn, and it resonated with me. And I asked a colleague of mine, and I went to the website and I did it. What was it? I think is it co-author? Something about, you saw it. I think is a website that just shows you your, like, something like your achievements for the whole year 2024. And when I saw my own, I felt elated. I was happy. In fact, I was proud of myself. Shebi, they said the lizard, when lizard falls, if nobody probably applauds it, it applauds itself. So you must learn to celebrate small milestones to stay motivated. Don't always look at people and say, this person has gotten this certification, this one has gotten this. You are doing well at the level where you are. There was a post I dropped. I said, people that compare themselves with other people, they are not wise. Why are you comparing yourself? Your journey and the other person's journey is different. You are doing absolutely well at the level where you are. The only thing that you need to do is to keep growing. Don't just remain at that level where you are. If your goal is to improve productivity, develop a habit of planning your day and night before. Over time, this will enhance your time management skills and productivity skills. How do you build essential skills? Let's talk about skills because they are your most valuable tools for achieving your goals. Your skills are your most valuable tools for achieving your goals. Skills are what set you apart. Your skills are what, so if there is nothing that you are ready to do for 2025, ensure that you build skills. Develop new skills. They could be soft skills, they could be technical skills, any kind of skill at all. Skills are the currency of the modern world. What do you know? What can you do? You see a lot of people now come and learn digital this, come and learn tech, come and learn this, come and learn that, come and buy my course. That is the skill that they've been able to develop over time. And they are monetizing their skills. They are using it to make money for themselves. So in 2025, your focus should be on building skills that are relevant to your goals. Now, here are some of these skills. We have communication skill. Whether you're a job seeker or business owner, clear and persuasive communication is a game changer. I'm a recruitment consultant. I come across several interviews with several job seekers every day. Some of these job seekers, I discovered that they can't even express themselves. You know, when you ask a BSc holder, supposedly BSc holder, and say, okay, please, can we meet you? Can you take us through a run through of your achievements, you know, over this time? Or why do you think you are a fit for this position that you are applying for? Or whatever question it is. And you see them, you know, fumbling. They've not been able to develop good communication, clear and concise communication skill. This is something that you can learn on Udemy. This is something you can learn on Coursera, even on YouTube. Even me, I have an academy, the CBB Academy, which is our finishing school, where we teach soft skills. By January, we're going to be starting the first cohort, and we already have persons in that platform on the group, paying already, ready to learn. Everybody's, you know, curious, shameless learners, curious to learn, to know more, because it is the much you know that you can give. You cannot give what you don't have. So we need to intentionally begin to build our skills for the year 2025. Now we talk about time management skill. Learn to prioritize your task. Use tools like calendar apps and even the simple Pomodoro techniques to manage your time better. I'm also having a training on time management. You know, how to help you manage your time. The truth is that in this age of social media, you can be carried away by just saying, okay, let me just see what's even on Instagram. And the next 2 hours, you are stuck there. The time that you would have used to probably learn something, you've wasted it on social media, Facebook, and, you know, so Instagram. So you must be intentional in this year, 2025. Leadership and management. This is important for career progression or entrepreneurship. You cannot want to be a leader or a CEO that does not have what is called leadership. Coach Shegu just posted something on his LinkedIn. He just acquired a leadership certificate from Ghana. And I chatted him immediately. I said, hello, Coach Shegu, congratulations. How do you acquire this? What is their website? Let me go check it out. If the fee is affordable and is within my budget for personal development for the year 2025, I will apply for it. Just anywhere you can learn, anything that can increase your knowledge, you should go for it. Now, digital skills. In today's world, digital literacy is non-negotiable. If you're not comfortable with tools like Excel, project management software, or social media, now is the time to learn it. So these are all part of how you can build essential skills. Digital skills is key in this age and time. Things that you would have spent so many hours doing, AI can do it for you. But if you don't know, you will be there. You'll be stuck there. So you must intentionally what? Develop your digital skill. Take online courses, join groups, or attend workshops. Seek mentorships and, get feedback. Ask for feedback, genuine feedback, sincere feedback. Nobody's trying to criticize you, because all of these things will make you to be better. Pick one skill that will make the biggest difference in your life for the year 2025. Look out for all the skill sets. Pick one skill. Ask ChatGPT. Pick out just one skill for year 2025. For example, now, if you're an entrepreneur, mastering digital marketing could open for you new opportunities. Dedicate time to practice and improve on them consistently. Now, remember, skills are like muscles. The more you develop and the more you use and develop them, the stronger they will become. Skills are like your muscle. You see people going to the gym because they want to develop their muscle. It is like the skill too, the skill that you want to learn. The more you develop them, the stronger they become. Communication skill, the more you develop on your communication, the better you become. Leadership skill, anybody can be a leader. When you say leaders are born, only born, no. Leaders can be born and leadership can be learned. You can learn it. Emotional intelligence, you can learn it. Helps you to manage your emotions and the emotions of people. Technical skills, softwares or techniques that is related to your field. Some of you have, probably some of you are into the confectionery world. You are into baking, you are into whatever it is. For the year 2024, how much have you invested in learning more in that field? Look at what's her name? This lady on Instagram. This fashion, Vicky James. When did Vicky James emerge? She has been on the background, yeah, but she just emerged recently. Do you know how much people like Vicky James will set aside just to learn more about fashion? You see what she makes. You will say, this lady is so good. Oh. They pay millions of naira, travel abroad, just to improve on that skill. Just because you have learned fashion designing 20 years ago, you are still bringing in that same knowledge. You are wrong. Nobody's going to patronize you. That is how it is with everything you do. You are an entrepreneur. Go and broaden your skills, your negotiation skill, emotional intelligence, your leadership skill, time management. All of these things, you need to improve on them. So, how do you balance health, learning, and productivity quickly? How do you balance it? Now, let's talk about balancing. Balancing, you need to understand that it doesn't mean giving equal attention to everything. A lot of people think that balancing, you want to talk about balancing, everything has to be 100%. You will get yourself drained. It's about ensuring that the most important aspects of your life don't suffer while you focus on your goals. When we are talking about personal development, it is easy for us to get caught up in work or learning. Because everybody thinks that personal development is about you going to all the school, all the reading. That is not just all it is about. Why neglecting your health or other areas? But here, success in one area is often linked to balance in other area. Success in one area is often linked to balance in other area. Now, a balanced approach is key to sustainable success. When you focus on your career without neglecting your health or personal life, you create a holistic growth strategy. These are some tips to maintain balance. Prioritize your health. Exercise daily, like we said. Commit to continuous learning. Set aside time for reading, taking courses, and of course, acquiring new skills. Enhance your productivity. Plan your to ensure work balance and of course, avoid burn out. Now, how do you overcome procrastination? Procrastination is often called the thief of time, like we know. And for good reason. We always have a reason to procrastinate. Now, as Jim Rohn has said, it is the habit of keeping tomorrow for what could and should be done today. Something that you know you can do now. Why are you procrastinating it? So procrastination is a major barrier to achieving your goal. To overcome it, first of all, you must understand that procrastination is a silent productivity killer. Procrastination kills your productivity and it robs you of opportunities, of your growth and of momentum. Here is the good news, because procrastination isn't a fixed trait. Procrastination is a habit. And every habit can be what? Can be changed. Every habit can be learned. Every habit can be changed. How do you overcome it? First of all, break down tasks into small, manageable steps. Like I said, do not overwhelm yourself with setting plenty goals. You can start with just few. Use productivity tools like the Pomodoro technique. This Pomodoro technique talks about 25 minutes work, 5 minutes break. Because sometimes our attention span is very, very short. Especially in this age of social media, you are trying to concentrate. You have told yourself that, this project, I must finish it now. And as you sit down to set to it, there is a blink on your phone that just drops. Bam! And your eye just goes there and say, let me just check what is there. And probably is a chat from a friend. And before you know it, you have abandoned the job and you're already chatting with someone else. So you need to learn to concentrate 100% maximum concentration. Focus, 100% focus. Work for 25 minutes. If possible, take aside your phone. Some of you will say, but it's my phone that I'm using to do most of the things I'm doing. Find a way and drop your phone. Concentrate. If it's a book you want to read, read for 25 minutes, then take a break for 5 minutes. Create accountability. How to overcome procrastination. Let there be somebody that you are accountable to. By sharing your goals, have an accountability partner for 2025, someone that you can share your vision, your goal with. And say, please, this is what I want to achieve. I want you to remind me. I want you to always, just put me on my toes. Have an accountability partner. Procrastination often arises due to fear of failure or lack of what? Clarity. That's why we talked about clarity. You must be clear, first of all, what do you want to achieve for the year 2025? Before you begin to set your goals, you must have your clarity. Confront these emotions by starting small and celebrate what? Every step forward. Keep showing up in a subtle way, because you keep saying, let me just leave it first. I will start tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. All the things that you said you wanted to do last 2 months, last 3 months, you've never done it even up till now. So we have said, learn to what? Break tasks into small, manageable steps. Don't overwhelm yourselves. Do not overwhelm yourselves. You spend hours on social media and other distractions instead of, starting your task. That moment that you want to do that thing, that's when you want to sit on social media and first of all say, let me just first of all see something on social media. You're not seeing anything. You are whiling away your time. You focus on less important tasks because they feel what? Easier, avoiding the critical one. Now, there is a book I'm going to recommend to us to read. Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. We read that book January. I think that was our January read on the CBB book club. That book is an empowering book. You can't read that book and remain the same. It's not possible. In fact, let the book be your national anthem. Have it every day. Take a chapter and read. Let it be like your personal guide. Take a chapter, because some of these things we need to be intentional about it. We just have to be. A lot of things are there to take away our time. A lot of things are there to steal your time and your productivity. So you need to be smarter than social media. You need to be smarter than the world of social media, AI, anything, this social media that we have come to see as a reality. You need to be smarter than it. So we have said, ask yourself, what am I avoiding and why am I avoiding it? Because the reason why you're procrastinating, there's a reason. It's either you are afraid or you want to be, or probably because of perfectionism or lack of motivation. That is why you must know your why in your goals. If you do not know your why, you will not be motivated to do that thing. So What is behind this procrastination? It could be fear. It could be professionalism. There's this thing I want to do, but I'm not getting it right. Just get started. Like I always say, just start from the level where you are. Just get started. You want to start up a business in 2025. You want to get everything done first. It's not possible. You cannot get everything 100% ready. Get started from the level where you are and begin to grow small, gently, or, gradually. Just begin to grow. I talked about breaking your tasks into smaller steps. Break your goals into smaller, achievable steps. For instance, instead of writing, I want to launch my business on your go-to list, start with research business ideas for 1 hour. Instead of saying, I want to set up a business, I want to do this, start small first. Find it. What is the business idea? What do you want to do? What is the idea of this, your business? What is your value proposition? What does your business, what is the value or whatever you want to offer to your audience, to your customers? Start by what? Researching just one business idea, 1 hour. Then draft a business plan. Focus on the next step rather than the entire journey. A lot of us focus on the bigger journey, like you are so carried away by, oh, this is what I want to do. No, start little by little. Set clear deadlines, like we said. Procrastination thrives on open-ended timeline. When you don't set a specific deadline, in January now, I want to be able to achieve so in January. By January 10th, not even in January, by January 25th, put a date there. Because these things have a way of working with our subconscious mind. Replace negative self-talk. Sometimes you want to even be the one to limit yourself by telling yourself, oh, I beg, I will not kill myself. Tomorrow will come. Tomorrow is there. I want to kill. No. Replace negative self-talk with what? Action-oriented affirmation. Affirmations like what? I am capable of handling this now, and I will get started on it. Reward progress, not perfection. You don't have to be perfect, like I said. Your little milestones, those little things you've achieved, you've been able to create a community. Right now, what we have, various communities. You can create your own. What do you want people to learn from you? Create a little community. Even if you have just 15 people, begin to dish out values. Go on your LinkedIn, dish out values on LinkedIn, and people will begin to notice you that, this person, there's something changing about this person. This is a way that you can begin to build yourself gradually as a thought leader or as a value-adding person. Focus on progress, not perfection. Celebrate your small wins. For every milestone that you were able to achieve, celebrate what? Something. Now, finally, conclusions and next steps. As you step into 2025, remember that personal development is a journey. It is not a destination. Set your goals, build positive habits, and align your goals or your actions with your purpose. Remember, your purpose is your why. Why are you setting this goal? Is there a bigger picture, or you're just doing it because other people are setting the goal that they want to become CIPM certified in 2025? Or probably in your field, you want to become certified. You don't have a purpose while you're doing it. Stay consistent to your goal. Learn to seek feedback from people, because why? There are blind spots that you don't know. There are some things about you that you may not know. And when people give you genuine feedback, you are able to to improve. Don't be afraid to course correct along the way. Don't say, I've set this goal. How do I go back? Change your goals anytime. Change the timeline. That's what I mean. If you say, oh, I want to achieve this thing in 2 months' time, and okay, you've been putting in those little efforts, but it has gotten to the time frame that you have given, you still not achieved it, extend it. Extend the time frame. But be sure that you are progressively working towards achieving the goal. Here is to making your 2025 the year of significant personal growth, achievement, and of course, fulfillment. Like I said, we have training courses for January. This could be your starting point. We have courses on customer service excellence, time management and productivity, and of course, effective communication and active listening. These courses are not expensive, very affordable. just for how much is there? I think, yeah, 10,000 naira per course, and you are certified. These courses don't just come with just theoretical training. We also certify you, and we also what follow up with you to ensure that you didn't just learn these skills, you are actively what actively putting them in your day-to-day, whether in your career, in your business, or whatever it is. It is what showing and reflecting in all that you are doing. So thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for listening and for joining this Vision 2025 webinar tonight. It shows that you are hungry, and it shows that you are ready to take your 2025 vision to the next level. So do I have questions? If you have questions, of course, this is the time, so that we can see if we can quickly round up by 7:30 and we just go. So if you have questions, you can unmute and of course ask your questions, or drop your question on the comment section. Don't forget to make sure that you have joined the WhatsApp group. There is a link that we shared on the platform. Join the WhatsApp group and we can continue this conversation and our question on the WhatsApp platform. I added that group to my network. I have the CBB network where I have various other groups on that community. So whichever one that resonates with you, whichever group in that community that resonates with you, feel free to request to join and you'll be added to that group. Thank you, everyone. I know it's been a long time here. Sorry for taking so much of your time, but I think that this is very, very valuable, because the truth is, if you're not intentional about stepping into 2025, you will just, accept anything that comes to you in 2025. Remember to appreciate all of our speakers. Go and drop your reviews. Your reviews are very, very, very needed on the platform, on the WhatsApp group especially, and even here on Google Meet. Drop your reviews and let us know what are your key takeaways, what have resonated deeply with you, what are the things that you want to start doing, what are the things that you want to stop doing, and what are the things that you want to improve on doing for 2025 to set you aside for a better opportunity and a better career. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to give the floor for questions now. Please ask your questions. Do we have any questions?